best night. 3 interceptions. They dug a hole 26-0, and they fought back out of it.
Yeah, the key there, fighting back out of it, right? The fact that this was a 26-0 game, and by the end of it, they have an onside attempt that goes wrong, or else they were right in, perhaps making one heck of a comeback against the Commanders in Arizona. You see Bill McManus here, the San Antonio police chief. He is delivering our game ball as we get set for kickoff. Officials today going to be Trey Blake. And Arizona will start with the ball, so John Wolford going to try to forget about what you had discussed there, Coach. Week 5 against the Commanders, 19 of 33, those 3 interceptions, but did rally in that second half with those 2 touchdowns.
And John Wolford comes back this week. He was the Alliance Player of the Week last week, throwing for 2 touchdowns, running for another, and in an outstanding victory they had. So, again, this is a big football game. Playoffs on the line, and both teams are excited to play this football game.
And you see all our quarterbacks in the Alliance are mic'd up. 13 touchdowns through the air leads the Alliance. Jarrell Presley on his left hip, now to his right. And it's your wide receivers.
Down! 280! 280 high!
They're passing down for Wolford. Tipped up in the air, incomplete. Intended for his tight end, Thomas Duarte. Orion Stewart there in coverage.
Well, they tried to run a horizontal stretch there where they had 3 receivers in the same area and let John Wolford read that side of the football field there.
Arizona has struggled on third downs this season, converting just over 32%. That's 5th in the Alliance. As you see, that secondary, they call it Area 51. Goes in, does not come out if you throw into that part of the field. So a 3rd and long now. And Wolford looking to set up the screen. It falls incomplete. And they will start the game, the Hotshots, with a 3 and out.
Well, they try to nullify the rush just a bit there. The other thing about the San Antonio defense, they're second in the Alliance in sacks. So they're trying to nullify the rush with the screen there on 3rd down and just not able to complete it.
Come in with 21 sacks on the season, as you mentioned, 2nd best. And that has been something the Commanders have used to get on top of the West. Greg Ward back to return. Signals for the fair catch. He'll lock that thing up at the 37. Here we get a look at Logan Woodside, Coach, and he left this game last week after taking a heck of a hit. The entire Salt Lake City D-line collapsed on him at the same time.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to talk to Logan. Logan said, well, it's my other shoulder, Coach. I'm good. I'll be ready to go.
And he is good. Now, Marquise Williams got into that game and actually rallied him for the victory. So they start at the 37 here.
Yes, Marquise did a nice job in that football game.
Farrow the back. Spent some time with the Chargers. And it's play action. And he takes a hit as he lets this one fly. And that thing nearly intercepted. As Alonzo Moore getting the start for McKay tonight ends up having to play defense against Shaquille Richardson.
You know, 2 things were pointed out there. The one thing that Coach Aliotti talked to us about is the fact that San Antonio likes to max protect. So you see basically a 7-man protection here trying to push the ball vertically down the field.
And that is Steven Johnson making that play. And remember, he was out with injury the first time these 2 teams met in Week 5. Now running play for Farrow, looking to pull it left side. And he'll now make it a 3rd and manageable after picking up 5 before Will Sutton can drag him down coming off that defensive line.
Yeah, Will Sutton do a nice job with his hands there, separating and really springing off the block to make the tackle.
On the season, San Antonio, best in the alliance on third down, convert nearly 42% of them.
They've got some interesting stats because you would think they'd be better in the red zone, but they're so good on third down.
That does not play into Arizona's hands. They are worst on defense at getting teams off the field. They pressure, and underneath route, caught by Ward. Into hot shot territory. Out of bounds on the left sideline at the 43.
It's really a good job here. You're going to see, we're going to clear over here to the left side of the offensive formation, and then you see Greg Ward dragging across the field, making the run and catch. Good catchable ball by Logan Woodside, puts it up on his eyes, makes it very easy catchable football there.
Already eclipsed his totals from that Week 5 matchup. Had just 2 catches for 15 yards.
22.
The first time these two teams met, 20 on that one.
Bingo shot.
And handoff goes to Farrell. He'll spin forward for 3. Before Teo Hema can bring him down. There you get a look at Logan Woodside, starting quarterback for the Commanders. 7th round pick of the Bengals.
Got a little experience with Logan.
Yeah, a little
yes,
bit,
I do.
See the 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions there. Woodside, an exceptional career at Toledo.
Yeah, unfortunately for Logan, his interceptions have come in the red zone. And obviously that's not where you want to have them. They've taken away points off the board.
Bingo shot.
Farrow stays in. And Will Sutton was not fooled in the least. Arizona State product, remember, 3rd round pick of the Bears. That's a loss of 3.
Yeah, Will Sutton, one of the most athletic defensive linemen as he comes out. Everybody remembers him in ASU at war number 1, would stand out. And you see him making a great inside move. Again, hard to block one-on-one.
Former Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. So another 3rd down. They're 1 for 1. It's now a 3rd and 10 after the loss.
Bingo shot.
Woodside going right sideline. And is that ball hauled in? Waiting for the signal. They say incomplete. Alonzo Moore, covered by Sterling Moore.
4th down.
Good throw by Logan, but ball's incomplete.
This secondary is really going to get challenged this evening, and they're without one of their better players in Robert Nelson. So Sterling Moore has really got to step up because San Antonio likes to throw the football vertically.
Just could not haul that in. So out comes Joseph Zima, your Week 7 Special Teams Player of the Week. You see the numbers there. Averaged 47 yards on his punt. His punts, I should say, all 5 of them. Made a couple tackles as well.
Yeah, he needed to, otherwise they was going to house.
Yeah. Saved the touchdown. This one's going to bounce into the end zone. We do have a flag and a hat. Let's see what the flag is for here. Trey Blake, our referee today.
There's no foul on the play for a block out of bounds. Result of the play is the touchback.
Well, 1 offensive possession each, but no points to show for it. Hotshots ball when we return. 11:14 left in the first.
This is the true story of the moment that changed my life.
Okay, who's next?
I need to see you acting. Go deep. I'm going to the John.
When you're honest about who you are, good things happen.
You start telling the truth, then they are never going to look at you the same way again.
Oh my God, that was so scary. Whoa.
And back already. See that play there. Deron Smith makes the tackle. And a pickup of 4 for Tim Cook, who was in it back.
Deron was also one of the players that had the privilege of coaching with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Took him in the 6th round back in 2015.
Has had a great season here thus far with the Commanders on their defense.
Certainly has. 3 interceptions. Deron, Wolford now. Out to the left side, has Ross trying to get to that marker. Stepped out of bounds just shy of it, though. It'll be a gain. Looks like he needed 6, and he got 5. Bosby there. Get him out of bounds. It'll be a 3rd and short.
I really like what John Wolford told us about Rashad Ross, with him playing with we know he's got an injured shoulder, him wanting to be out here and continues to play, really has motivated the rest of this football team, the toughness that he's showing.
Yeah, he's got 6 TDs through the air on the season, leading the Alliance. Wolford to pass on a 3rd and 1. Struggling. Does have time and manages to find the open receiver, as that is his tight end, Connor Hamlet, who gets well past the one he needed. 14, as a matter of fact, before Jaron Elliott can make the tackle.
He has a really similar passing concept that they ran in the first series. And again, San Antonio doing a nice job covering the deep routes, having to come off to his 3rd progression there.
Wolford now 3 of 5 for 19 yards. Here at the historic Alamo Dome. Wolford standing tall, takes a shot toward the end zone, has Ross caught over the shoulder grab for a touchdown. His 7th of the season. Duke Thomas in coverage, and we know Rashad can dance.
Rashad is leading the Alliance in dances.
He is.
Really a great look at this. As we look at the replay, he's doing a nice job of John Wolford. Great pocket here. Look at the pocket. Nice setup in the pocket. And then Rashad Ross with a great angle. He's trying to stay right down that upright, right down that hash. And John Wolford delivering a great football.
14th touchdown pass of the season for Wolford. And the 7th receiving TD for Ross, which again paces the Alliance. No extra points remembered. Go for 2. And this one just sails over the head of Ross, trying to go back to that well. So it'll stay at 6-0. But how about a 58-yard connection between Wolford and Ross to get the scoring started in San Antonio? Arizona on top, 6-0.
You trained, you practiced, you sacrificed for the team, you gave maximum effort and left it all on the field. Now life has a different use for your skills. A greater call to play on a field where victory is measured not in the win column, but in the lives of the friends, family, and country you'll serve. With world-class training, we'll coach you to be excellent in all you do. Don't defer your dreams. Live close to home. Serve around the world. And play for America's home team, the Air National Guard.
Come on, Carol. Hawaii. Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally earned enough rewards points.
So jealous.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that shave ice.
What's shave ice?
It's like a Hawaiian snow cone.
Why not just say snow cone?
I don't know, they call it shave ice.
You fly to Hawaii for this.
I don't go there for the ice.
You saved up your reward points for ice. That's a lot of ice.
Okay.
Go Rewards credit card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Look in the camera, man. Tell the camera, hey, scan us all. Scan us all. Look in our eyes.
Yeah.
I want y'all to see that we ready. I want the whole world to see that we ready. I want the whole world to see that we ready. That we run this league. That we run this league. And it's like that. We a pack of wolves. Y'all see them? It ain't just about me. It ain't about one person. It's about all of us. Let's go. It's about all of us. Yeah. You gonna see it tonight. Yeah. You gonna see it tonight.
You think they missed that last time these two teams met in Week 5?
No question about it, and he wasn't on the field, but Rick Neuheisel said at halftime, Rick didn't have to say a word. He said Stephen John handled the entire halftime. But that's his inner Ray Lewis was coming out of him right there. I've heard those before.
So Woodside to pass, and this one falls incomplete for Farrow. Niles Morgan there to make the play. By the way, that not the longest pass play of the season for Wolford. It was 64 yards to Josh Huff, as a matter of fact, at Memphis. But that one went for 58. Put the Hotshots on top.
You know, so much of this Arizona offense is off the RPO action where he's reading in that. So he doesn't, but when he takes the ball down the field, he really delivers a very good catchable football.
Now under center. Woodside play action. Goes underneath to Farrow. Manages to break a tackle. First down yardage. 40. Cuts inside to the 43 before he's brought down by Eric Dargan. 17-yard gain.
Yeah, Tim Farrow's had he's been a great receiver of the football. In fact, he's tough to tackle out there one-on-one for these linebackers. And do you see this here? Here's another example of it. You got to keep, that linebacker wants to keep running through the hit. You don't expect him to go out of bounds. He is always picking up extra yardage.
Farrow gets a breather. Mike Riley likes to rotate his backs. And we see it here. Trey Williams with the carry for 11 yards. Gets a first down. Dargan again with the tackle. Williams, the hero of the game last week against Salt Lake.
Yeah, Trey Williams showed that great speed that he has last week in that touchdown to seal the game.
And Williams, you mentioned that reception for 36 yards and a touchdown. Had 6 carries last week. David Cobb had 6. Aaron Green had 4. Kenneth Farrow 8. And that's something Mike Riley said he had hoped he could carry over to this one today.
Hey, echo!
Williams stays in. Very patient. And that patience proves valuable as he'll pick up 4 on first down, stay on schedule before the tackle by Steven Johnson.
Matt, you mentioned earlier that the quarterbacks in the Lions being Mike, but the thing that's impressed me so much about Logan is how much they're allowing him, Mike Riley and the commander's staff, to handle at the line of scrimmage, changing plays, changing protections, and he's done a great job of that this year, and you hear it literally each and every possession when he's at the line of scrimmage.
Farrow back in. On the right side of Woodside there in a shotgun. Pumps. Tucks. Now going to run. And manages to dive forward. Petco broke taking a profit. Got 2 there. Shaq Richardson with the tackle. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Making it from 3rd and long to now a 3rd and a more manageable down by picking up some yardage with his legs.
Yeah, that's how you end up being the best team on 3rd down in the Alliance. Again, converting nearly 42%. And they are already 1 of 2 here today. It's Greg Ward in motion. Looking toward Ward. Now under duress, and he's going to go down, wrapped up by Olubomi Rotimi. And that's going to be a loss of 7.
Really, again, they're trying to work underneath route. And again, as Logan goes to set, Obatini does a great job of jumping up and getting back underneath the offensive tackle and gets back into a contained posture on Logan Woodside. Converts to the sack.
That's something that you see a lot of from the Hotshots. They're 7th in the Alliance in sacks. That's just their 13th of the season. They force a punt from Zima. Last one was a touchback.
And as you mentioned, that's why their 3rd down percentage is not what you would expect.
And this one down by Alonzo Moore. A great punt and a great catch, but there is a flag down. If it stands, it'll be at the 5. Zima out of Australia. Been one of the punters, one of the better punters, I should say, in the Alliance this season.
Member of the kicking team went out of bounds on his own. That's a 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick. It'll be first down, Arizona.
So still inside of the 10. But a 58-yard toss from Wolford to Ross has the Hotshots on top, 6-0 in San Antonio.
Tecovas does some things the way they've always been done. We make traditional Western boots. As for everything else, we went our own way. Handmade with the highest quality leathers, sold only direct to you for a fair price. With free shipping, returns, and exchanges, and service that would make our grandmothers proud. Everything we do is for you. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
Whatever it takes for kids to build great futures. STEM education and flag football. Integrity and leadership.
Whatever it takes.
The Boys and Girls Clubs offer it.
The Alliance is proud to help them transform kids' lives. Join us and donate by texting Team BGCA to 41444 now.
Thank you!
This month, the Alliance is teaming up with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to help kids cross the goal line. You can join the effort by texting Team BGCA to 41444 to donate now. Back in the Alamo Dome, you hear the crowd. One of the best in the Alliance. Handoff goes to Presley for no gain, maybe one before Winston Craig brings him down.
You know, this Commanders team had to play 4 weeks on the road in a row, and now they've been back home and with this home game, and now the home field advantage, and it really helps their defense.
Timeout for an injured player.
Get a look here at who's down on the field. Looks like maybe it's Sean Washington. No, that is actually Jaron Elliott. Here's another look at that Rashad Ross touchdown. This was week 5. Tell me if it looks familiar at all, Coach.
Yeah, you know, again, that big post, and this one went all the way across the field, where the other one, this one tonight, he's straight right up that hash mark. Gives the quarterback a great landmark to throw to. The receiver knows where to expect the football.
So that is 7th receiving touchdown, leading the Alliance. Ross in that first meeting with that touchdown had a total of 5 grabs and 106 yards. Here tonight, he's got 3 for 63 in the touchdown. And this one goes to Connor Hamlet. Tackle by Drummond. Goes for 5. They'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
I'm really been impressed thus far with the protection of the Hotshots tonight. John Wolford has a great pocket to stand in there and throw from.
That is the strength of this Arizona offense. 2nd best in the league. Only 14 sacks allowed coming into this one. San Antonio, one of the best. 21 total on the season for this defense. 1 of 2 on 3rd down here tonight. Wolford all kinds of time, throws a bullet, and has Ross completed for the first down just shy of the 40 before Deron Smith can bring him down.
I want to show you one thing here, Matt. If you see these rushers coming, as they come up the field, you see how cautious they are? They're a little bit afraid of opening up lanes for John Wolford to step up and run in. And that really nullifies the rush. When you're afraid to get up vertically up the field, that gives that quarterback that much more time.
Play action again for Wolford. Looking left, he locked in on his receiver, Mulaney. And that's going to go for another 13 yards. Tyrone Holmes with the tackle. How about Wolford here early on? 7 of 9. He's already over 100 yards and a touchdown now.
Well, Coach Neuheisel told us that at halftime of that game when they were down 26-0, it was the wake-up call. And ever since then, he called it competitive desperation. That's the way the Hotshots have been playing, and we see it thus far.
Sticking with the passing game, Wolford has to climb that pocket. And again, he'll pick up 2, so it'll be a 2nd and 8. Matt Godin there to make the tackle. And they've managed to sandwich 2 wins around those 3 losses in back-to-back-to-back weeks. 2 of them coming at home, too, in Arizona.
Yeah, so this is big to take the show on the road. We know the playoffs are at stake, and they have a chance to really even the series now with the Commanders.
Empty for Wolford. Quick throw. Pass caught. Tackle broke. Spinning. Lunging. And a nice effort by Marquise Bundy to get the first down again. He picks up 11. Curtis Drummond with the tackle there for the Commanders. And our Skycam is brought to you tonight by Wheels Up. Wolford now really spreading it around. That is his 4th receiver. 8 of 10 for 120 yards in that touchdown. They're sticking with the air game, and why not? When you got Gerald Christian there breaking a tackle, still on his feet, dives to the pylon, and they will mark him down at the 1. 35 yards. It'll be a first and goal. Christian with the grab, and how about the effort?
Boy, this is really an impressive play here. Again, they've done a nice job all night of working the vertical separation routes and trying to stretch the football down the field. Got me telestrating on the wrong thing there, man.
Still trying to keep his feet is Justin Stockton. He is stoned, though, by Duke Thomas, who eventually gets in there and makes the tackle. Stockton on the season has a single touchdown, had 5 carries in their Week 5 matchup for 29 yards. Stockton, 5'10", 205 pounds out of Texas Tech. And now a second and goal from the 1.
They're going to have to hurry to get this one off.
You hear the crowd come alive here. And you got movement.
False start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That's the left tackle out of UCLA, Malcolm Bunch. So instead of a second and goal from the 2, move it back to the 7.
Well, and that's a product of the crowd noise, you know, the fact that they get out of the huddle late, they've got the crowd noise, and they're trying to get the play and get everything in sequence.
Something they're awfully proud of, more false starts at the Alamo Dome per game than any other venue in the Alliance.
I think we went to the end of the quarter here.
And we can hear it here, Coach, at the end of 1. This is a heck of a crowd and a great home field advantage.
Arizona, their first of the half.
For the Commanders.
It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Actually, it'll be a timeout for the Hotshots. Certainly, I mean, we're showing zeros on the clock. So 25 now on the clock in the stadium here. So still 25 seconds left on this second and goal. We were talking to Jim Grove, the defensive coordinator for the Commanders this week, Coach, and he brought up that he recruited Sean Wolford and said he reminded him of Riley Skinner, and that is high praise. I mean, that is going into John Wolford's career, certainly the best quarterback that Wake Forest had ever known up to that point. He said he saw a lot of the same traits in Wolford that he had in Skinner.
Yeah, he really was really impressed with him as a young player and thought and knew he would have a great career there. Just didn't get to stay there to coach him long enough.
Coach him, exactly. Wolford said he was
ready to wheel it,
recruited by him. Unfortunately, never had a chance to play for him. Wolford now looking right, throwing right. Presley met at the 5 and pushed back by Deron Smith. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Really nice tackle out there in the flat by Deron Smith. Again, they drop back into their zone defense, and again, break and drive on the football.
That will be the end of the first quarter. Arizona on top, 6-0, but they are knocking on the door. It'll be a 3rd and goal from the 5 when we return. Trying to even this series up after dropping 1 in Arizona to the Commanders, and they're doing it in the most hostile of environments.
Goodness, this one had a little bit of everything.
It's a great day. We got football, baby. I got you on this one. It's a pleasure, man.
I like that.
He makes big plays.
What this guy brings is hope.
What does he need to do to win it?
That's priceless. You can't get that from a lot of people. Ready?
I'm ready to go.
He was the can't-miss football player.
I'm coming hard.
The guy has been able to do it all.
Touchdown!
Can we talk football?
The NFL draft is officially open.
Which team gets it right tonight?
Bang! What a catch!
It is all on the line.
The Patriots have won their 6th Super Bowl title.
Start of the second quarter, Arizona on top of San Antonio here in the historic Alamo Dome, 30,000 plus, and it is an electric atmosphere, Coach. But let's get back to our studio for some of that great Hall of Fame analysis from our Terrell Davis. What's up, TD?
What's up, Money? Listen, Arizona, great start for them. And if they can go into halftime with a lead, they played well the last 3 weeks. They've outscored their opponents by 31 points. So if they can go into halftime with the lead, then I think that San Antonio might be in trouble in this game.
Yeah, they really do a great job with their RPO offense, and John Warfield settles into that, and he has a great feel for that as he goes through the game.
Well, now a 3rd and goal from the 6. Remember, this started as a 1st and goal from the 1.
Rhinos to go!
And it's going to be a handoff to Presley. Stays on his feet, but he is going to be stopped short by Elliott. He needed 6. He got 5, so a 4th and goal from the 1.
Oh, they're going for this. Money, you don't even worry about this.
And here we get a second look at it again. Presley on the season, just a single rushing TD. And stopped short there.
Yeah, I would expect Coach to go now. Come on, let's go. Let's not waste another timeout, though. Already had to burn one.
Wolford hitting his signals from the sideline.
You're going to have to burn another timeout, man.
Yep, looks like they are.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Well, they weren't listening to you down there, Coach. You said don't burn one, but they did. 4th and goal when we return for the Hotshots in San Antonio.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
I'm applying for a new job with the Monster mobile app. You won't be seeing me much longer.
Right.
Free.
So back for the field goal attempt. Nick Bolt up and through. Makes it 12 of 16 on the season.
Well, again, I think Coach Newheiser wanted to go for it then. They have a little issue with getting the play call in. But those are huge, huge errors.
So now that we were able to sort that all out and Arizona has a 9-0 lead, we'll step aside and get ready for the offensive possession of the Commanders when we return.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
I'm applying for a new job with the Monster mobile app. You won't be seeing me much longer.
Right.
That's right. TurboTax free is free. Free.
You get to see all the action there as the first play on this drive goes incomplete, intended for DeMarcus Ayers from Woodside. 9-0 now. 2-score game. The Hotshots on top of the Commanders in San Antonio.
Bingo shot.
Play action for Woodside again. And there's a hold on Ward. Here comes the flag. Eric Dargan going to be whistled for the penalty.
You know, that's a safety, screwed down there on the wide receiver, Greg Ward. So, again, he does a job of flattening there. You see early in the route, but then he gets his hands on a little handsy.
Defense, number 24. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Dargan in his career at Oregon from 2011 to 14, 13 interceptions for the Ducks.
Okay.
Trey Williams now in at back in place of Farrow. Look at the handoff. Cuts back, finds that hole, and a nice bit of running there by Williams near midfield. He'll pick up 6. Home team highlights brought to you by At Home, the home decor superstore. You see the last 4 games as San Antonio coach has been on this win streak. Look at that turnover margin there, plus 10 over these 4.
Yeah, that's been the difference. They really done a nice job. Take care of the football on offense, but they're getting turnovers on defense.
Let's go.
2nd and 4 now, near midfield. Williams stays in at running back.
You saw the interior of the Arizona defensive line shifting and caused San Antonio to flinch.
That's Mae Teohema, and he is in place. He is your backup right guard getting the start today as Fred Luina is out with injury.
So again, the positive play on first down now gets nullified when we come back to a 2nd and long here.
Bingo shot.
And off to Williams. He bounces, cuts back. Nice bit of running there by Williams to pick up 8. Raheem Moore makes the tackle, and it'll be a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, great execution up front by this San Antonio Commanders offensive line. A nice job. You see they're going to zone block out here. They're going to take the ball out here and then just bounce it through the line.
And he's going to be wrapped up and stuffed, as a matter of fact. Rakeem Yates on the defensive line there to make the play. And it's going to be 4th down. Yates had 5 tackles on that defensive line in the Week 5 matchup between these 2 teams.
So again, a big series for the Arizona Hotshot defense to hold San Antonio right there after they've driven the field.
And pushed him back, as a matter of fact. It'll be a tackle for loss. Zima out to punt again. It's his 3rd punt of the evening.
See Arizona leery of the fake here.
And we got some movement up front. Now false start, so back him up again. Trying to get him to jump.
False start. Offense. Number 28. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
That's a Ryan Stewart, the defensive back.
Yeah, I think the Arizona Hotshot player flinches at him, which is illegal as well. So I think the Arizona gets away with one here, Matt.
Zima likely going to take a snap here much quicker. Looks like Holloman back there to receive the punt. Average of turnover 12.5 yards. With a long of 39. Signals the fair catch. Secures it at the 14. And we'll step aside, see if the Hotshots can add to their lead in San Antonio. On top of the Commanders, 9-0.
This entire country is getting more disgusting by the second.
That's a demo we're targeting mostly on Facebook.
You have the 2nd lowest vaccination rate in the nation. And when I am elected president, you will be number 1.
Catherine's been suffering from postpartum depression.
How can you tell?
Well, the haircut.
I'm a boy, baby, all right.
Weekdays on NFL Network. Check out what critics have called the best morning show on sports television and legit entertaining. Good Morning Football, weekdays at 7 only on NFL Network. 9-0. Hotshots on top of the Commanders. John Wolford leading the charge 10 of 12, 156 yards through the air and a touchdown. Had a 58-yard strike to Rashad Ross, who came in leading the Alliance in touchdown receptions with 6. Added 1 to that total. 3-year career in the NFL. Chicago, Washington. Kickoff return for a touchdown. Touchdown reception as well.
We know the importance of this game for the Hotshots here. This is a big drive in the first half to go in, again, to get another score on the board.
Wolford hands off to Presley, tries to spin away from contact, able to make something positive after being stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He'll get 3 before Matt Godin can bring him down.
Good square shoulders at the line of scrimmage for San Antonio, and again, he's just able, Presley, just to be hide in there with his stature and then roll off a tackle.
Presley on the season, 90 carries for 407 yards coming into this one and a single touchdown. Wolford to throw. Connects with Mullaney. Will be short of the first down, so that'll bring up 3rd and short. Duke Thomas with the tackle. Mullaney with his second grab of the evening here in San Antonio.
Yeah, good job. Good throw. Really accurate throw right into the body of Mullaney, giving him an opportunity just to make the catch. And again, it makes it 3rd down and manageable again.
Goes for 3. So a 3rd and 4 on 3rd down. Hotshots 2 of 4 here tonight. They have allowed a sack.
Down! We're waiting!
Pistol formation here.
We're waiting, hut!
Takes the handoff to Presley. Hit as he throws, falls incomplete. And it looks like Sean Washington there.
That's a perennial deal, is that backside rusher. And again, John Wolford just getting it off in time before it was the strip sack. Great job of the rush here, coming around the edge here. Nice job here. You can see Sean Washington beats. He come here and he's reaching for the ball, and just a split second later, we've got a sack fumble there.
Darn close, and my mistake. That was not Sean. That was Jaron Elliott. So locked to boot it away. Back to return the always dangerous Greg Ward. He calls for a fair catch, though. Secures it at the 25. See if this San Antonio Commander offense can get something going when we return. They trail the Hotshots 9-0.
Here's the thing. 52% of guys experience erectile dysfunction, but 0% like talking about it. That's why we built Roman. For the first time ever, you can get ED meds prescribed online, shipped discreetly to your door. Chat online with U.S. licensed physicians and get FDA-approved medication, all in single-dose packaging. No more waiting rooms, awkward talks, or lines at the pharmacy. Get started with your free online visit at GetRoman.com/TV.
We invited people to the Burger King Stacker King Challenge.
3 delicious patties, bacon, cheese. What more do you want?
You got the single, you got the double, you got the triple.
Hey, King, I think I might have dripped on you.
Stacks on stacks of flame grilled beef and Stacker sauce. The new Stacker King, only at Burger King.
The inaugural season of the Alliance of American Football continues, and only 2 weeks remain in the regular season. Don't miss the action next weekend and catch a game live. Go to AAF.com for schedules and tickets. Hard to beat this atmosphere at the Alamo Dome, Coach.
Oh, there's no question about it. And again, we talk about this series, each possession, how important they are. Logan Woodside's got to get something going here.
Looks like Coach Riley going to stick with the hot-handed back. Trey Williams stays in as the runner. Woodside trying to get going here. There we go, gets completion. And that one goes to Josh Stewart for 4. His first grab of the evening. Sterling Moore to make the tackle.
Good job there by Sterling Moore. You see him did a nice job in his pedals, staying square, contesting the catch. That's all you can ask from your cornerbacks out there.
Just the 5th grab of the season for Stewart out of UT San Antonio. Local guy, road runner. Played his college ball right here in the Alamo Dome. Takes the handoff, takes the reverse, sets up the screen, and guess who was not fooled in the least? Edmund Robinson.
Yeah, Matt, you see this fake around with the ghost motion. He's working the ghost motion around here and faking it here, and then now he becomes the screen back. So, again, the defense studies that stuff as well. A nice job by Robinson of staying home and taking care of his responsibility.
That's going to be a loss of 9. Robinson,
no matter what out there, G.
Defensive coordinator Nick Aliotti said is his most versatile linebacker. Great in space, physical at the point of contact.
And he can play both inside and outside.
Now Woodside on a 3rd and long. Tosses it up, intercepted. Picked off by Dexter McDougal. Still on his feet. Middle of the field. Has some blockers. Outside the numbers left side. Hurdles over Woodside and takes a shot from Ward. First turnover of the game is Woodside's 8th interception of the season.
Man, I don't like Logan here on this at all. Logan Woodside, again, as he takes his drop, he's going to feel pressure, and then he's just going to loft the ball up in the air. And this is the one thing you won't want to do as a quarterback. You see, he's throwing the ball, falling away. You don't want to do that. That makes bad things happen. Great return by McDougal there.
That's McDougal's first interception of his Alliance career. At Maryland, he had 6 of them. Most recently, in 2018, was with Jacksonville and Detroit in the NFL.
So again, he sets the Hotshots up in great field position here.
Nice play by the former third-round pick of the Jets. In the backfield, Justin Stockton. They take the shovel pass. Nowhere to go as Tyrone Holmes was there waiting. He will lose a couple.
Yeah, you know, it's basically a power play where they're blocking down, they're pulling, and then they're just the delay with the back and just a little shovel inside. But the San Antonio defense was not fooled whatsoever.
That goes as a pass. Wolford now 12 of 15 for 160 yards and a touchdown. Now Tim Cook comes in at running back. Mesh pulled out by Wolford, and unable to come up with it is Gerald Christian. So now 3rd and 12.
Really a good job by getting rid of the ball by John Wolford, coming through again underneath, back to his progression, and just not able to come up with the catch there with Gerald Christian because he has an opportunity to take that ball down to the goal line.
May remember John's uncle, Will Wolford. 13-year NFL career, offensive tackle, 3-time Pro Bowler.
Down! Brady hut!
Pressure comes. Wolford able to withstand, extends the play, and wisely going to make sure he doesn't do something. Oh, and there's the flag. Takes the hit at the sideline. And this could be a fresh set of downs, and he baited him into that one, Coach. Just kind of stood there.
No question about it. The smart player wins out. No question about it. Again, great job by John Wolford.
Likely what the referee, Trey Blake, is discussing with his crew right now.
And they're trying to just confirm, did you see what I saw? And making sure. But defensive penalties, particularly defensive penalties in the red zone, will hurt you every single time.
Looks like they're going to pick it up.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 51, for a hit out of bounds. The penalty is half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Darnell Leslie there again. It's just poor judgment. You know, the quarterback's going out of bounds. You don't get a free shot on him. Just stay up, stay up, stay up. Use your hands. Push him if you have to. But don't throw your shoulder into him.
Oh, there we go.
And John, just a little extra there, a little extra.
Let's see the jump and, oh, what do you know?
We thought he was in New York working as a banker. He was there.
Right.
He was on Broadway.
Down!
It's a soft barrier. Hand off to Cook, out of lane, into the end zone, touchdown, Hotshots. Tim Cook with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. As the Hotshots starting to pull away here, Coach.
That's what, Coach Neuheisel talked about, is Tim Cook such a strong inside runner, and there was on display right here. Great job blocking at the point of attack. And again, great job on the double teams at the point of attack. Tim Cook running right off that double team, putting shoulders down and scoring.
Down!
Now for the 2-point conversion. Takes the handoff to Presley. And wide open is Ross for the 2-point conversion, so make it 17-0. Talk about a role reversal here, Coach.
Well, sometimes this happens. We might have offensive interference here on the Hotshots.
Pick action.
A little blocking in the end zone.
Let's see whether or not we're going to do this one again.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 62. That's a 5-yard penalty, and we'll replay the try.
That's Jacob Onasorbi.
Well, again, this is
that foul was on number 67.
One of the dangers of your RPO offense. You see, now 67, he's maintaining the block. Again, once he stays on and maintains the block, that should not be a foul. If he goes downfield without making contact, that's one thing. But when he's blocking a man at the line of scrimmage, I knock my man in the end zone, I should be good to go.
It's the right guard, Patrick Lewis there.
I got to defend Patrick a little bit there.
Wolford, time, rolls left, has a lane. Gonna just get rid of it. Nothing wrong with that. He'll take a shot. Levante Bosby.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
But they do get the touchdown. They had 6 to their score, and on top of the Commanders, the Hotshots lead in San Antonio 15-0.
So here's the deal. Somewhere along the way, Western boots got too expensive. And the styles? Well, Tecovas fixed that. We make handcrafted, high-quality Western boots from the finest materials for a fair price. With free shipping, returns, and exchanges, and service that would make our grandmothers proud. From comfort to quality to price, value is one of our values. Find your pair only at Tecovas.com.
For the first time in the history of pro sports, here's the app as fast as every player in the game. The Alliance app delivers revolutionary technology, real-time play-by-play gaming, instant interactivity. Truly a game changer. Get the Alliance app today. Live predictive gaming at full speed. Call the plays. Unprecedented and at your fingertips. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
And love the app. It is #1 in both the Google and Apple stores. Download it now. All sorts of features in it. You call the plays. See if you're right and what the offensive coordinator, head coach is thinking out there. See what you can find and enjoy. We got a new quarterback in here, Coach. Marquise Williams.
Yes, sir.
Out of North Carolina.
Coach Riley said he really had to work Marquise into this football game and kind of a little change of pace, change the rhythm, and he deserved an opportunity there.
Two-time All-ACC performer. Hands off to Williams on the option. Look at Williams with a nice stiff arm there at the end as well to pick up 10. We mentioned Coach Riley likes to rotate the backs, but he's been sticking with Williams now for 3 series.
Well, he's got such great quickness, and again, now, just as you say, Matt, he's leaving the field.
There we go. Well, they got him 10.
They
right?
listen to us up here.
They do. They can hear us, especially with this loud crowd in the Alamo Dome. So now David Cobb going to get his first carry. You see Logan Woodside there, replaced by Williams. There's that mesh again, and now Cobb in fresh legs. Midfield still on his feet, into hotshot territory before Dargan can bring him down.
And what this does is it affects the entire defense now. We got to take a whole different mindset. The formations still look the same, but the threat of Marquise Williams and pulling this football and running, you see the defensive end there go up the field, and Edmund Robinson go up the field, and he creates a lane, and they're able to run off that lane.
That's going to go for 20. This is the most balanced offense in the Alliance, by the way. Coming in, 223 runs, 206 passes. Now handoff to Cobb, looking to stretch it. Pick up a single yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Trenton Thompson with the tackle. Coming up on the 5-minute mark of the second quarter.
Well, there's that man again, Will Sutton, doing a great job also. You know, he's inverting the line of scrimmage and playing straight down the line of scrimmage. Great job there on these edges by this hotshot defense.
Now 64 yards on the ground for the Commanders, 89 through the air. You look at the hotshots, 193 passing.
And this is what Marquise Williams got to do now. It's 2nd and 9. Now he's got to make something happen here.
Now Williams rolls out, uses that athleticism, and has a man. Nice footwork by the running back, Trey Williams. Is that a receiver or is that a back out there tiptoeing the line?
Nice job with his feet. Body control by Trey.
Gain of 8.
just as I call on him, Marquise makes something happen. You see him work outside the pocket here, and again, creating time, an opportunity to deliver a football. Now we're down to 3rd and 1.
Don't want to overlook that nice block by David Cobb as well to spring Williams free.
So look at that right side of the line over here. I expect this ball working inside there.
3rd and 1.
Hot shot, stuff him again.
Let's see where, looks like they're going to mark him short on forward progress. Will Sutton there to make the stop. Cobb, the big back of this bunch, 228 pounds out of the University of Minnesota. I mean, that looks like the nose of the ball is maybe an inch or two short from our mark. We got a good angle of it up here, Coach.
Yeah, I think he even got a better spot than where his progress was. Mike Riley with a big decision here now, 4th and 1.
And on 4th downs, 3 of 6 on the season for the Commanders. Williams under center, takes the snap, hands to Cobb. He'll push the pile forward, gain 1, only needed, like we said, a couple inches. And now inside of 3:30, Commanders looking to get a little bit of momentum going into the half as they trail 15-0.
See, a lot of times this formation with 2 halfbacks is somewhat a giveaway. With Cobb there, Williams in behind, the fact they're just going to hand off the dive, and you see that wedge blocking up inside there.
Makes it now 4 of 7 on 4th down for the season.
Those analytics people always tell you you're supposed to go for those, Matt.
That's what they say. And now look at the keeper. Williams has blockers. Manages to get out of bounds. He'll pick up 8. Shaq Richardson with the tackle.
Just like a week ago against Salt Lake, Marquise Williams is affecting this football game. His ability to read out this RPO offense and keep the ball when need be.
He had over 10,000 yards of total offense while he was at North Carolina. 2-time All-ACC performer, 35 rush TDs and 35 receiving TDs, no less, Coach. So a supreme athlete at the quarterback position.
Yes, sir.
Down on the field there is Cyril Richardson, their left guard. They're already down their starting right guard on the offensive line.
Matt, this gives the hotshot defense a chance to regroup a little bit, with this injury time out here. And I'm sure Coach Alioti's got them, and they're talking, and they're getting everybody assignment sound.
Coming up on the 8th play of this drive. They have done it on the ground. 6 of their 7 plays have been runs. Only pass, of course, that beauty on the right sideline from Marquise to Trey Williams. Chance to hear the communication between quarterback and head coach there.
Yeah, I see him changing personnel. They got what they want in the huddle. Both groups ready to go now.
Staley Reedon, you see the tight end there. Had a touchdown grab in the first meeting between these two teams. And now Aaron Green in at running back on a 2nd and 3. They'll take the handoff, and he'll spring for the first down. Needed 3, picked up 5. Miles Morgan with the tackle, coming up on the 2-minute warning here. And they'll let that clock run to 2 minutes with a new set of downs. Behind the legs and arm of Williams, replacing Woodside at quarterback. The Commanders' offense is on the move.
My patio is begging for a new chair. And what my patio wants, my patio gets. For less. Like that. And that. I found the perfect patio chair at the perfect price. Here, at home, where you'll find the biggest selection of styles at the best prices.
Come on, Carol! Hawaii, nice!
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally earned enough rewards points.
So jealous.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that shave ice.
What's shave ice?
It's like a Hawaiian snow cone.
Why not just say snow cone?
I don't know, they call it shave ice.
You fly to Hawaii for this.
I don't go there for the ice.
You saved up your reward points for ice. That's a lot of ice.
Okay.
Go Rewards credit card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
I'm looking for a lamp I'll love. One that can really, light up a room. There. I found the perfect lamp and shade at the perfect price. Here, at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best prices.
Want you to stay tuned for the Alliance All Access Halftime Report with Alex Flanagan, Rod Woodson, and Terrell Davis, and Cynthia Freeland. We got the Dion Holloman feature. And get a look at the playoff preview. The East is now set.
And the West is battling.
West is wide open. San Antonio gets a win here today. They lock up the 1 seed, but Arizona wins. They get the split of the season series. And that home field advantage for the semifinals still up for grabs.
And they have Birmingham left to play as well. And then they finish the season, as we know, in San Diego.
Yep. Both teams on win streaks. 2 for the Hotshots, 4 for the Commanders. Williams. Tuck. Rolls to his right. There's a flag in the offensive backfield. He'll throw it out of bounds on 1st and 10. Typically in the space of offensive holding, where that one came down.
So they'll be taking them back, it looks like. But what I like about Coach Riley.
Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
We see Logan Woodside on the sideline. Coach Riley's not really down on Logan. He just wants to interject Marquise for a little change of pace. And when they come out in the halftime, I would expect Logan to be fully back out there to start the 3rd quarter. So he's done a nice job of working his players and giving them opportunity and still focus on winning football games.
He told us that this week, that he wants to try to work both of these quarterbacks in, as you mentioned. So I don't know if this is necessarily a demotion, but boy, does the offense look pretty darn good with Williams back there. Now empty. Williams
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Going to do that.
He's sitting by us.
Open blocks in there that brought Williams down, threw it at the feet of his offensive lineman. That's likely going to be intentional grounding.
Yeah, see, so again, Marquise, make good decisions with the football. That's what these quarterbacks in the Alliance are getting an opportunity to do. Time on task. They don't get these opportunities unless they get out there and play. And it's the same thing with offensive linemen. It's truly an opportunity for them to develop.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 12. The pass did not make it back to the line of scrimmage, and there was no legal receiver in the area. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
We get an opportunity to see these guys playing, and all the NFL teams do.
All that positive momentum essentially gone. The crowd is now out of it. Back-to-back penalties. 2nd and 30.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:30. 1:30 on the game clock.
So I'm surprised Arizona didn't tell them we don't want that. We want the ball back. John Wolford, 1 minute left. Dangerous.
Right. Rashad Ross.
Dangerous. When your quarterback can move around those situations, you're dangerous.
You see John Wolford there, 12 of 16, 160 yards and a touchdown.
He's just picking up where he was last week.
That penalty also includes a loss of down. 2nd down. 2nd down.
Did it right here. Had some challenges here early with the scoreboard.
A lot to unwind.
And now it looks like we got movement. Boy, it's really falling apart. They're backed up all the way to midfield now. Boos beginning to rain down. That is now the 6th penalty already on the Commanders. 3rd consecutive.
You know, the Commanders have the ball coming back out. So they got to, again, get your composure.
Offense, number 69.
Let's see what we can do here. Get back in the field goal range here.
Be 2nd down. That foul also includes a loss of, that penalty also includes a 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 1:20. Should be 1:20 on the game clock.
It was a running clock still, yeah. Because it was already a 10-second runoff. The clock continued to run. They've got to get the clock right before they can get this thing started. So now a 2nd and 35.
Clock should be run to 1:12. Please reset the clock to 1:12.
The San Antonio crowd seeing everything vanish right before their eyes.
Certainly. As you said, and you don't want to try to get too much here and make a big mistake. Fakes it. Marquise going to keep it and use that speed to get out of bounds. And remember, the clock does stop inside of 2 minutes.
But again, great job there, Matt. This is the play they scored the touchdown to beat Salt Lake with last week. They come back and they fake the screen over there, and he comes back and it's a run. Back in the early 2000s, the Pittsburgh Steelers were doing that with Cordell Stewart. I used to have to coach against that. That's all I remember. I have
not fun
scars.
to game plan for that, is it?
No, you have scars.
Then you mix in Antoine Randall doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
you don't know which way that ball's going. Some scar tissue built up there.
San Antonio, their first of the half.
It'll be a
3 to use.
Timeout. And now that they're at the Arizona 36, even if they can't get a first down on a 3rd and 23, Coach, you can get into field goal range for Nick Rose. In conjunction with Navy Federal Credit Union, the Alliance is proud to be staging a military seat upgrade program where families each week are able to upgrade their seats on game day in recognition of their service. Well, remember, in our first meeting between these two, week 5, you had the Commanders go up 26-0. And then the Arizona Hotshots would rally to outscore them 25-3 in the second half. And they nearly had an onside conversion.
And converted the onside conversion and then fumbled the football, which was, in my opinion, a little bit debatable, whether he was down or not.
Nick Aliotti certainly enjoying himself a lot more today than he was in that week 5 flash.
Well, we know Coach Aliotti said the keys to this football game for them were not to allow any big explosive plays. And thus far today, they've done a great job of limiting them.
Got a little bit of help with the injury to Mikhail McKay. Williams standing tall, taking a shot, wants the end zone, has a man, overthrows him, intended for Greg Ward.
I like those shots, though, Matt. You want to get people up off of you, better go throw over their heads.
So on a 4th and 23, assume we'll see Zima come out.
Well, they're right on the brink of his distance in Nick Rose. You know, you're at home, you're in the Alamo Dome. He's as comfortable as he's going to be anywhere right here in the Alamo Dome.
His long on the season is a 50 versus Orlando. This will be a 54.
It's ideal conditions.
He has only attempted one from beyond 50 and made it. And in the dome, good call, Coach. There it is, inside the right upright. It's good. So a little bit of momentum for the Commanders as they are on the board following Nick Rose with a season-long 54-yarder.
Yeah, when they called the shot down the field, you had to know they felt pretty good about him making that from this distance.
Plenty of leg there, too.
All right, well, Arizona's got 2 timeouts left. We got 47 seconds. They're going to see if they can make a positive play here early on.
Ken Wolford, 160 yards through the air on 12 of 16 passing with a touchdown. That one 58 yards. Explosive play to Rashad Ross, his 7th receiving TD of the season.
As I mentioned, San Antonio will get the ball in the 3rd quarter.
Justin Stockton in it back. Takes the handoff. And just to push that pile forward. A yard short of the first down. Enough positive yardage to keep this thing going here.
Yeah, keep it going, see if we can get something happening.
Rhinos, go!
Get out of bounds. Oh, get out of bounds.
He's not down!
Now Leslie there to make the play. Picks up 4.
Timeout. Arizona, their second of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
We mentioned that last meeting, Coach, how it was one-sided. Here's a look back to week 5 at Sun Devil Stadium, and it started out a complete mess for John Wolford. 3 interceptions in the game, and Commanders capitalized on all of them.
Well, Coach Niso talked about that. You know, he throws back against his body for the first interception. He comes back and he underthrows the ball, and then he has a tip pass for an interception. So those things hurt you.
And San Antonio got that win 29-25. Now back to live action at the Alamo Dome. Underneath for his tight end Hamlet. Sanchez there to make the stop. We'll call a timeout after a gain of 11.
Well, and that's why there was such a huge error.
Holding. Offense, number 79. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
So that likely will put an end to this drive.
Yes, sir. But, you know, again, when you're in this situation, you want to get out of bounds. He got the first down. Out of bounds is what counts.
Looks like they're setting up for another play here. San Antonio still with 2 timeouts.
Hey, we're taking a knee.
We know what
Let's go.
There it is.
John Wolf, we're always thinking that.
Arizona content to take the knee. And the score at the half, 15-3. Hotshots ahead of the Commanders. Following our break, we'll take you to our Alliance All Access halftime report with Alex Flanagan, Rod Woodson, Terrell Davis, and Cynthia Freeland.
They can't stop us. They can judge or dismiss us, but we'll come back. Because you can't stop pride or power. You can't stop speed or spirit. You can't stop genius or passion. Or you can't stop coming together, participating, celebrating. You can't stop the players. You can't stop the places. You can't stop Sunday or Saturday. You can't stop football, and they can't stop us. The Alliance of American Football.
Welcome to the 100th season of the National Football League. Tonight is not about the league. Tonight is about football. It's about the players. It's about the fans.
Damn, B. Boy, this is a great party.
He's open.
Russ?
Yes.
Two teams jockeying for position in the playoff race in the West. Arizona right now with the upper hand in the first half against the Commanders as Rashad Ross runs by the Commanders defense. And Cynthia, what do we call this?
That's the first Alliance sighting of the Old Town Road dance. So that's what I think that is right there.
What?
Oh, yeah, you got it. Come on, get with it.
Right? Somebody here
I'm
knows
not with
it. All right, everyone, it's halftime. Welcome into our Alliance All Access studios. Alex Flanagan along with Cynthia Freeland, Terrell Davis, and Rod Woodson. And you guys, the Arizona Hotshots are looking really good. John Wolford lighting it up, Rod.
He really is. Only 28 rush yards, but he is 13 for 17, 164 yards, 1 touchdown. You got to remember, in week 5 against this same team, he threw 3 interceptions. So he is taking care of the football. He's keeping it out of harm's way. And as long as they can do that, they got a great opportunity to come on the road and get a victory.
TD, kind of an opposite story for the Commanders quarterback, Logan Woodside.
Yeah, not having a real good game right here. You see his stats. He's 4 of 9, 32 yards. And this offense is sputtering a little bit. But they did find somebody to save him a little bit. They went to Marquise Williams and made the quarterback switch. See the bad throw right there. So hopefully in the second half, with Marquise Williams in this game, they get a chance to get back into this game.
And these two teams really fighting for position in the division in the West. Meanwhile, in the East earlier today, the Birmingham Iron earning their spot there. They did it today, you guys, with special teams and Rod with defense. That's how they beat the Atlanta Legends.
Yeah, they kick field goals, but they get W's. And this defense has 4 sacks, 4 takeaways. They only gave up 9 points throughout the day. Tim Lewis got this defense playing really good football throughout this whole year. They showed up today to give them that victory.
It was kind of cool to see Lewis, too, after the game. Just really emotional and excited there for the Birmingham Iron. So they now earn themselves a spot in the playoffs. That is a done deal. And they will also, along with the Orlando Apollos, sitting at 7-1. So we know how the East is shaping out. Cynthia, and as you look at that board and you see the Birmingham Iron, what's your Freeland fact on that one?
Well, something really really promising here. We're going to go with 0%. That was their red zone efficiency, the Birmingham Irons defense. So after 2 weeks, 60%, 80%, just allowing touchdowns, they went down to 0%. 0 for 4 tries today. That's a big help, especially because they're going to have to face the Apollos in the postseason.
Absolutely. All right, well, coming up after the break, we'll tell you the story of Hotshots wide receiver Dion Holloman and his unlikely journey into the Alliance.
I didn't get any looks right out of college, and so I just started working a construction job. Was at this one random gym. I never trained there, and a guy was like, "Hey, can I record you doing a box jump?" So I posted it on my story. It kind of started getting a lot of feedback. That's when I heard about the Hotshots because they saw the video.
In an era of online retail where everything is just a few clicks away, buying a car should be no different. That's why at Carvana, you can buy a car 100% online. We made it easy to browse, view, and buy from over 10,000 cars. You can even trade in your old car, all while binge watching your favorite TV show. Afterwards, we'll deliver your car to you. Or you can pick it up from one of our car vending machines. Either way, your car comes with a 7-day return policy. So grab a seat, relax in your comfy pants, and enjoy the new way to buy a car at Carvana.
Here at Topgolf, the grass is greener on our side of the fence.
But you guys don't have grass.
True, but we have buckets of beer instead of buckets of balls. You like that? And our high-tech tee-offs let you know exactly how far you hit your 7-iron.
So I can bring my own clubs.
How else are you going to beat your buddy Dave? Now tuck your shirt in and put your spikes on. I'm kidding. In fact, go nuts. Bet on yourself, talk a big game, score high.
You mean score low?
Score however, because this is Topgolf. This is everyone's game.
Well, my parents met in Texas. Then they moved to Washington. They had me at Fort Knox. They keep all the gold there. After that, we moved to Georgia for a couple years. Then we spent some time in Korea. Seaweed snack. Ew. And now we live here for good.
Our members call many places home.
Oh, lots of questions.
So we made owning a home easier. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
For many, the Alliance offers a second chance at playing the game that they love. For Arizona Hotshots wide receiver Dion Holloman, that certainly has been the case. The player recently traded in a hard hat from a construction site for a helmet.
The AAF big, motto is second chance. And I don't carry myself like this is second chance. This is my first chance. I didn't get any looks right out of college. And so I just started working a construction job. It was exhausting to just work construction for 11 hours and then go to the gym for 2 hours and then go to sleep, wake up 5 o'clock in the morning again. And it was just nonstop. So I was just like, man, what do I do with my life for real? Like, do I keep doing this construction that I don't want to do, or do I keep chasing football? I was at this one random gym. I never trained there. And I was doing box jumps, and a guy was like, hey, can I record you doing a box jump? So I was like, no, I don't really want people recording me. I'm just jumping. He was like, no, just let me do it for my gym. And I was like, all right. So he started stacking plates up, and it got to like 65 inches, and I jumped on it. I had it in my phone for a little while, and I was just like, I should post it on my Instagram. So I posted it on my story. It kind of started getting a lot of feedback. That's when I heard about the Hotshots because they saw the video. I got released, and I was like, man, I had a pretty good training camp. So that was like my go-to. Like, I actually competed with these guys, so I can keep that on my mind. Like, it's not my talent. It's a business. That's how it goes. It's life. I was in bed. That same night, I had a dream like I was on the team. It was weird. And I woke up, and then I seen the messages. Like, they text me and was like, hey, we might need you to come back. I was like, this can't be true.
Wolford again, all the money in the end zone, touchdown, and it's Holloman.
I always carry myself with a one-day mindset. Like, it only takes one day to get a call, one day to meet somebody, one day to just change my whole life.
And as we watch that piece, TD, you're just dumbfounded by the jumping.
Yeah, the jump
ability,
itself.
right?
I was like, did he run and jump, or was that a standing jump? Because he had some hops. Yeah, I know. He was to the roof with that. So good for him, man. That was good.
Yeah, it's cool to see players like that getting a second chance. Meanwhile, the Arizona Hotshots are really getting a second chance against the San Antonio Commanders. And you guys, as we break down kind of that division, I thought San Antonio coming into this was the favorite. But wow, they've kind of shaken things up, right? Who do you have being the favorite for this division?
I still like, even though the Hotshots have played well in this first half, I still like the San Antonio Commanders. They play well throughout this whole year. And defensively, they had 18 total turnovers, which is the most in the alliance coming into this game. So as long as the defense keeps playing good football, I think they still win the division.
I think this is Arizona's division to be had right here. I mean, you see this game right now. They're leading. They're a second-half team. They've outscored their opponents 31 points in the last 3 weeks, and they're second in offensive scoring. So I think I like that combination, and it's about momentum, Rod, about momentum. A few weeks left into the playoffs. Momentum, buddy.
And Arizona is certainly motivated as well.
Absolutely.
And inspired.
And inspired.
But it's all about who you play, right? So you have to look at the schedule. So I wouldn't count the Fleet out entirely yet.
Wow,
This division's wide open. So look at week 9. You've got San Diego and Orlando. Okay, so the Fleet, they have to play Orlando. That's going to be a tough one. But if you look in week 9, they get a home game against the Hotshots. So if that second seed is still up for grabs, San Diego, remember, at home, they're not going to lose. On the road, they've had some troubles winning, as in they haven't won on the road. So that could play into it.
Do they need to get a little healthier, though, for that?
They need to get a lot healthier. They've been injured at the running back position, the wide receiver position, defensive back position. So if they can get a little healthier, then that would help too.
Well, the West certainly is up for grabs. So we're going to have to watch the second half of this game between the San Antonio Commanders and the Arizona Hotshots to see how it finishes out, to see if San Antonio can lock up the West. Right now, they are trailing the Hotshots 15-3. Second half coming your way next.
Welcome to Good Morning Football. We're going to have some fun here. Oh, baby.
I'm looking at pure entertainment value.
Who's coming with me?
So many awesome guests here on the show.
Calm down.
Relax. I think the best is yet to come.
The Alliance is a dream come true, an opportunity to prove to the powers that be that you can play football.
Coming up with a catch, pushing his weight. Does he have the feet down? He does. That's a touchdown.
Hey, Sticks, you playing football this year? Let me get back to you. What about you?
Did it jump over anything else?
Sure, try me.
You ain't never heard a voice like this.
I dig it.
Cool. Let me get the mic.
Mike?
What I'm trying to say, Rick. Whoa!
Sticks, I knew you would bring it. They're bringing it. How about you? What do you bring?
We're champs!
The New England Patriots are world champions.
Wow! Angling right to the pylon! Touchdown!
Relive all the thrilling moments in the Super Bowl 53 champions commemorative film.
Brady lobs a throw for Gronkowski, left side. Makes the catch!
Super Bowl 53 champions. Own it now on Blu-ray Combo Pack or DVD.
And you're watching the Alliance of American Football on NFL Network here at the Alamo Dome with Coach Marvin Lewis. Matt Smith here. Coach, you see a 15-3 advantage for the Hotshots, looking to even the season series with the Commanders, who got the best of them at Sun Devil Stadium here in Arizona, I should say. Here in San Antonio, it's been all Hotshots. Your impressions?
No, it's what we said going in, that John Wolford and how he played, how efficient he was in the first half, and the fact that on the other side, the Commander offense with Logan Woodside and Marquise Williams. Marquise Williams comes in and provides a spark, and they get a field goal there before halftime.
Yeah, now we get a look at those first half stats and how we got to this 15-3 score. They're brought to you by the Air National Guard, and you see rushing decidedly in favor of the Commanders, but passing, as you mentioned, John Wolford, 13-17 for those 164 yards, including the 58-yard strike to Rashad Ross. That got them started. Third down conversions. Been a bit of a struggle for both teams. 2 of 6 for the Hotshots, 1 of 7 for the Commanders. And it was Marquise Williams who came on in relief of Woodside. See if he stays the starter. It was something we talked to Mike Riley about this week, and he said he wanted to rotate his quarterbacks.
You know, Marquise Williams, this is a different skill set, and his ability to come in and run the RPO offense, and he's a threat on that edge. So the defensive players have to become such a disciplined group, assignment football, because it's basically playing like option football.
The second shot the Hotshots have had at Woodside has been decidedly different for the Week 5 Offensive Player of the Week. Coming out of that win against Arizona, he had completed 77% of his passes for 290 yards and 2 touchdowns, and again was named the Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, and today he threw the one interception. He threw off his back foot as he's getting pressure. And again, you want to make sure you take care of the football.
And it's going to be Marquise Williams. That starts the second half. And he got this team into position to kick that field goal near the end of the first half and put them on the board as they trail 15-3 here. Only attempted the 2 passes. It was a heavy rush attack. And now, again on that mesh, he'll hand it to David Cobb. He'll burst forward for 7 before Will Sutton brings him down.
So again, let's go into that Hotshots defensive huddle and think about, okay, we got number 12 at quarterback, so we really got to think about a whole different plan now and understand responsibility football, just like we mentioned.
It's just a completely different offense with Williams back there. He's got 2 carries for 19 yards. Hand off again to Cobb, and again Cobb keeps his feet moving. He's going to have a first down, picks up 4.
This change of pace is making a difference. You see, again, the offensive line able to come up and double team, and again, the backs run off those double teams and fall forward for positive yardage. First down.
Of those 2 passes, Williams took a shot downfield. Greg Ward was separating from the defensive backs, but Williams overthrew him a little bit there as they settled for the field goal.
And they're a little bit more of their passing formation here, their max protection formation.
And this one goes to Cobb again, out of the pistol, and look at that, keeps the feet moving, at least 4 yards after contact there as he picks up 7. Burnett with the tackle.
Again, good job running off the block by Cobb. Again, and now they're, as you said, changing backs. Now we've got different back coming in the game. They do a great job of interchanging these backs.
But his offense,
the football game.
Really, I mean,
Cobb was a 5th-round pick of the Tennessee Titans. He gives way to Aaron Green out of TCU on a 2nd and 3. Now Green with the carry, and he'll have first down yardage, pick up 3, needed 3. Niles Morgan with the tackle. Led the Hotshots in that Week 5 matchup with 7.
So let's talk about what they're doing here with this offensive group. So as we said in here, we're going to work in here with the blocking in here. And then again, right here on the edge, see, I've got to stay down. Number 50 here, he's got to do a great job of closing down and making sure Kalen Burnett there, that the quarterback, again, he's going to the quarterback, he hands the football off.
In the East,
now in Aaron Green takes the handoff, and again, positive yards, about 3.5 before Steven Johnson brings him down. Again, we look at last week, Farrell with 8, Green with 4, and Cobb and Williams with 6 carries each.
Yeah, and they've come out this half. Obviously, they're playing at halftime. They talked about it. Let's come out. We're going to go with Marquise. We're going to go with our RPO offense. Again, back set up here. Now he's set up a little level. So, again, right now, you see that? I would expect this to end up being a pass.
Snap fraction. Offense. Number 67. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So what happens, these running backs have a tendency to creep back, Matt, when it's a run, so they have better vision as they're accepting the football.
And you see the snap infraction there from Fulbert. Will Sutton quick to point that out. Backs him up 5, makes it a 2nd and 12. Williams to pass for just the 3rd time in this game. Middle of the field. Completes it to his tight end Cam Clear for 5. Will make it 3rd and 7. That, by the way, the 8th penalty on the Commanders for 55 yards.
Yeah, they really hurt themselves today with some big penalties. Kept the drive alive in the red zone. And again, these offensive penalties that have set them back throughout their drives.
coach Mike Riley, of course, long-time head coach of the Oregon
This is the
State
key here
Beavs.
for Marquise right here, 3rd and 7.
And you see the numbers there, just 1 of 7 on 3rd down, and they have done themselves no favors with an average of 3rd and 8. Play clock winding down now at 2-1. Williams gets the snap off, throws, middle of the field, complete. And nice strike there to Evan Rodriguez from Williams. Morgan and Darden combined for the tackle.
Yeah, really good job. Evan Rodriguez showing, using his big man body. You see him right here on the right side, offensive right side, working inside.
Defense, number 57. That's a 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, automatic first down.
I like the location of the ball, up on his eyes.
A personal foul on Obum Gwacham. So add another 15 onto it as it was a late hit there.
The game clock at 10:49. 10:49.
Up in the quarterback's face.
Well, that wasn't the one they got him on. It was the grabbing of Rodriguez's helmet there, Coach, and
down on
just
the
jamming
other
it
side.
into the ground on the reception. Yeah.
Well, they got away with one.
They did. So nice opening drive to the second half here for the Commanders. Cobb back in it back. Takes the handoff. And manages to fall forward for about 2.5, 3.
See, and as they're running these RPO runs where it's run pass option, right now it's a run option with either hand it off or the quarterback carry the ball outside. And they're protecting the quarterback on the edge by blocking the edge.
Nice drive here being put together to open the second half by San Antonio, approaching 5 minutes of game clock. 8 plays. And now a keeper for Williams. And he's able to fly forward to the 15 before Will Sutton can bring him down.
Little imagination in their offense. Again, the opportunity here where they got Trey Williams running outside on the little flare screen look, trying to get the linebackers to flow, and he takes the ball straight up the field. Marquise Williams straight up the field.
Now brings up a 3rd and 4. 2 of 8 on 3rd downs. They converted one here on a 3rd and long. To keep this drive going. Over 5 minutes now. And certainly in Nick Rose field goal territory. Takes the handoff to Cobb, rolling right, throwing right, has a receiver, Greg Ward, and they say could not get both feet down, incomplete. Sterling Moore in coverage there.
Yeah, I just want to see, listen, a little more urgency out of the quarterback, Marquise Williams, as he comes out. You see the ball, it's just a touch late, and he's not able to get both feet down. When they have urgency out away from that center on the bootleg action in order to get the ball and have some clearance.
So Nick Rose back out to attempt this 35-yarder.
Somebody forgot to tell Nick Rose it was 4th down. You saw him come on the field late there.
Already good from 54 here tonight in the Alamo Dome. And right down Main Street. As it is now 15-6, cuts the lead back to 9. Opening drive successful for the Commanders. Hotshots get their first shot of the second half when we return.
This is the true story of the moment that changed my life.
Okay, who's next?
I need to see you acting. Go deep. I'm going to the John.
When you're honest about who you are, good things happen.
You start telling the truth, then they are never going to look at you the same way again.
Oh my God, that was so scary. Whoa.
Weeknights on NFL Network take an in-depth look at all the top prospects in this year's draft. Path to the draft, weeknights at 6 only on NFL Network. 11 plays, 55 yards, 5 minutes, 44 seconds, and the 35-yard field goal from Nick Rose, I should say. Nick's at kicker. Fulton for the Hotshots. Rose connects on the 35-yarder after connecting on 54 at the end of the second half. First half, I should say.
Get a chance to see what the Hotshots talked about at halftime.
Hand off to Presley. The pick up 2 with forward progress. Before as a Chukwu there to make the tackle.
That's the one thing that has changed in this game, Matt, that the Arizona Hotshots started this season where they were playing from without a huddle. And I think because of the crowd noise tonight here in the Alamodome, they're huddling up tonight, so they have an opportunity to hear.
See the numbers there for Wolford in the first half.
Ready, hut.
Takes the handoff. Throws outside for Mullaney. That is his 3rd grab of the evening. Duke Thomas there in coverage. It's a gain of 5. It'll be a 3rd 3.
What you like about the Hotshots is their receivers, how they come back from the football. Great job here by Mullaney. You're going to see him out here. And again, John Wolford's able to hold on to the ball. We talked about this pocket. Great pocket. He's able to hold on to the football. Mullaney keeps coming back down the stem, right back down to the quarterback, protecting the quarterback on the throw.
Dan fakes the handoff. Wolford with a nice strike to his tight end, Gerald Christian, out to the 44 before Duron Smith can bring him down. It'll be a gain of 11.
That's designed to this play. Come off the run action, little fake, and throw the ball right out in the flat.
And Christian and Wolford picking up where they left off in that first half. Had a long reception of 35 yards.
Mullaney, hut. Hey, Cardinals. Rhinos, go.
And it's a keeper for Wolford. Seems like he audibled into that 1-yard keeper.
Well, I do think he changed the play, no question about it. But I don't think everybody on the offensive football team heard it the same way. So he got stuck with the ball in his hands.
Lead by 9. And this is a big contest. San Antonio wins. They lock up the 1 seed in the West.
Mullaney, hut.
Now Wolford throwing left side, overthrows his man, and it falls past the hands of Zach Sanchez. Lived for another down, a 3rd and 9.
And that's the impressive thing about the Commanders secondary. They play these balls down the field as though they are the wide receiver. And that's how you play defensive back, in professional football. That once the ball's in the air, it's my football.
See the numbers. They lead the Alliance with 13 picks. Sanchez there couldn't come up with that one. He's got 3 on the season. Piled up 15 of them at Oklahoma as a 2-time All-Big 12 first-teamer.
You got Valerie.
Coach Grove talked about it. They all have great ball skills.
Mullaney, hut.
Movement. Right tackle, Pierce Burton. And again, more false starts in this building than any other venue in the Alliance.
Prior to the flag, timeout, Arizona.
Okay.
Their first of the half. It'll be a
Play clock was getting down to 0. They take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 15-6 Hotshots. See if they can convert this 3rd down when we return.
Free, 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 free. Free, free, free. Free, free, free. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free.
Free. Free, free, free.
That's right. TurboTax Free is free. Free, 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 free.
Here's the thing. 52% of guys experience erectile dysfunction, but 0% like talking about it. That's why we built Roman. For the first time ever, you can get ED meds prescribed online, shipped discreetly to your door. Chat online with U.S. licensed physicians. And get FDA-approved medication, all in single-dose packaging. No more waiting rooms, awkward talks, or lines at the pharmacy. Get started with your free online visit at GetRoman.com/TV.
Sky Camp is brought to you tonight by Wheels Up.
3rd and 9, Matt.
3 of 7.
Look over there. Whoops.
There you go. 3 of 7 on
trips
3rd
up
down.
to the left.
Under duress, Wolford keeps the play alive, rolling to his right. We got a flag down, completes the pass to Marquise Bundy. His second reception of the night, but we'll see if it stands.
Yeah, this one's going to come back. But Marquise Bundy, he's got to learn to get down with these footballs. He catches the ball. He's such a big target, and then he's susceptible to being stripped.
Happened in that onside attempt.
Yes, and almost happened in his first reception of this evening earlier. You saw the holding in the backfield right at the point.
Offense, number 7. After 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, replay 3rd down.
3rd and 19 after the penalty on Burton.
Yeah, you see it right here as they really get snatched. Coming off here, right there. See all those defensive guys all throw their hands up in the air, you know.
Burton hobbling off.
That's what you want. You want to have 3rd and 19 and your next tackle in the game, man.
Andrew Lauderdale in at right tackle, now for the Hotshots. And they run the draw to Stockton. Still on his feet. Nice effort by Stockton. Not going to get there. Devontae Bosby with the tackle, but he got 12 of the 19 back.
Well, that's a good field position play. Now they're punting the football, Matt, from midfield. And again, I talked about now you go down to your 3rd tackle. You know, not a thing in 3rd and 19 against this group on defense. You want to be in that situation.
So San Antonio gets a field goal in their opening possession and able to hold the Hotshots to start the second half offensively for Arizona. Greg Ward Jr., he has got a punt return for a touchdown this season. That one almost blocked, and it looks like it was tipped. There is a flag down at the 7. And again, the Commanders, if this is on them, already have 8 penalties for 55 yards tonight.
Yeah, and if this is on them, now they've spread the wealth. Now it's been offense, defense, and special teams.
It is Trey Blake, our lead official.
He's coming over to talk to Coach Neuheisel.
Looks like you can see him mouth. He's going to take it down there. So it will not be enough to get him the first down.
Running into the kicker, defense, number 25. That penalty is declined. So the play will be 1st down for San Antonio.
At the 7.
Well, and that's the difference there. It ends up being 4th and 7.
So here you can look at the penalty again. Not a roughing, but a running into the kicker. So backed up inside the 5. Inside the 10, I should say, when we return are the Commanders. Arizona on top of San Antonio, 15-6 here in San Antonio, and the Alliance of American Football concludes on Saturday, April 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern in the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Watch the top 2 teams fight for the Alliance Championship in person. Tickets are on sale soon, starting at just $25 at AAF.com or SeatGeek.com. Marquise Williams stays in at quarterback. Replaced Logan Woodside, who had a struggle to start this one. Hands off to Cobb, able to break it back. Stays on his feet, finds a lane all the way out past the 20. Brought down at the 23. Shaq Richardson with the tackle, but not before Cobb able to get 17.
Matt, you saw who laid that block out there. That was Marquise Williams. Watch as the play starts. and then it runs back, and it bounces all the way back. And look at the block here by quarterback Marquise Williams right there.
Shoulder.
Springing him.
Right into Teoema. Williams.
We've seen this play a couple times.
This one, they were not fooled.
Now Arizona's seen it as well.
Raheem Yates, Obum Gwacham there, combined for the tackle. Yates, out of Nevada, had 5 tackles in the Week 5 meeting between these two teams. All Mountain West performer at Nevada between 2011 and 2015.
He's one of those guys, again, those defensive linemen when that 280-pound range can really run and move his feet.
Spent some time in Canada with Edmonton in the CFL.
Oh, out of bounds.
Williams to
bring up
pass.
a third Andy Levin.
Time, keeps the play alive, likes to use those feet. Throws left sideline, well out of bounds. I'll bring up a third Andy Levin.
Yeah. You know, once again, we talk about this San Antonio and the offensive setup. Coach Aliotti talked to us about it. We see it here with all the protectors in there, and then we have a check out late. So literally, it's 7-man protection with a check out late. And again, his ability to hold on the football. They're trying to push that football down the field and on that down.
Just the 6th pass attempt for Williams. 3 of 6 for 26 yards tonight.
For Morgan, he has rushed for 21. Takes the tackle. So a 4th down after the catch by Rodriguez. And back out the punt is Zima.
Really nice series there by the Hotshot defense there.
Hotshot defense playing some good football tonight.
This entire team got woke up, in Week 5, 3 weeks ago, and since then they've been on the tear.
Fair catch signaled for by Holloman. Just shy of the 35. Hotshots looking to increase the distance between themselves and the Commanders when we return nearing the end of the 3rd quarter in San Antonio.
Tecovas does some things the way they've always been done. We make traditional Western boots. As for everything else, we went our own way. Handmade with the highest quality leathers, sold only direct to you for a fair price. With free shipping, returns, and exchanges, and service that would make our grandmothers proud. Everything we do is for you. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
Dare to stack the Stacker King with flame grilled beef, melted cheese, thick cut bacon, and creamy stacker sauce. Stack it single, double, or triple. The Stacker King, part of the King's collection, only at Burger King.
When you rent a car on Turo, you're renting from a real person. No shuttle rides, no waiting in line, and no wandering a car lot. This is better than your typical car rental. This is Turo. Download the app today.
Here's your Week 8 headlines in the Alliance. Orlando with a come-from-behind victory over the Memphis Express, 34-31. That means they clinch home field advantage. Stallions stay alive after they used their defense to shut down the San Diego Fleet, 8-3. Both teams 3-5 and still alive for that 2nd spot. And Birmingham with victory over the Atlanta Legends clinches a playoff spot. So the East is set. With Birmingham and Orlando, the West still completely up for grabs. Wolford taking a shot right sideline, has Ross adjust, but swatted away by Duke Thomas. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Talked about that earlier. These guys' ability to play the football down the field. An excellent position by Duke Thomas. No panic, running stride for stride. Knocked the ball away.
Recently on the practice squad in Dallas.
Really nice job. So no panic here. Just play the ball. Great job there. These guys are getting, an opportunity to show NFL scouts, NFL personnel.
Recently on the practice squad in Dallas.
Really nice job. See, no panic here. Just play the ball. Great job there. These guys are getting, an opportunity to show NFL scouts, NFL personnel.
show NFL scouts, NFL personnel.
Elliott pass.
His weight, his base set down on him and do a little better job. Use his big man strength against that.
And now with 2 here tonight, Elliott passes DeMontre Moore.
And Carter Schultz.
And Carter Schultz, 2 guys we saw yesterday in Salt Lake City. No surprise. Run the handoff to Stockton, and Stockton nearly does it again. He needed 17, he got 14. Mbu with the tackle.
In the second half, it hasn't started how the Hotshots expected. They put themselves in the hole with a penalty, and again now a sack. So the third downs get, out of whack.
Still plenty of time. This 9-point advantage for the Hotshots. Ward pushed all the way back to the 11. Waves for the fair catch, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. 2019 NFL Draft is upon us. Find out where this year's top prospects will land. Live from Nashville, the 2019 NFL Draft starts April 25th on NFL Network, ESPN, and ABC.
You probably be tuned in. Are you working?
I'll be working.
You'll be working.
I will be working. 7th year in a row. Covering the draft. Bucky Brooks, Lance Erline.
Look at you.
Lance, an encyclopedia. He's the one that writes all the profiles for the binders that all the talent use. Guy's got 700 names locked up in that head of his.
Gotta love it.
Ken Williams stays on for the Commanders. And pushing the pile forward. This time is Farrow. Boharness brings him down. Have not seen Farrow this second half, but now getting some reps. That is his 4th carry of the evening for just 9 yards.
Yeah, they're playing mean up inside there now. They're knocking guys around, that offensive front.
San Antonio sticking with the run, and that's what they've done all season. Lead the league in rushing attempts. And again, it's Farrow, able to dodge, dash, and slide away from tacklers before Trenton Thompson brings him down. Needed 6. Looks like he got about 5. So a 3rd and 1, and they have struggled on 3rd down tonight. Just 2 of 10. And this is your number 1 3rd down offense in the league. Not the case tonight. And they're not going to get it. It's going to be close. He's reaching at the end there to the 35.
That's going to be a matter of where they stop the progress at. And he's his 4th down.
I should say to the 30, yeah. And they're going to mark him short.
The reach of the ball was just a touch late.
A great tackle by Kalen Burnett there to wrap him up. Looks like we may end up getting the end of the 3rd quarter here before they get a playoff. See that game clock all the way down to 1. And they're going to say they did not get it off. So we'll see whether or not the Commanders stick with the idea that they're going to go for it on a 4th and short when we return at the start of the 4th quarter. Hotshots still ahead of the Commanders, 15-6 in San Antonio.
Monday on NFL Total Access. Free agency, reset the rosters. We'll take it from here. What the NFC North looks like now, team by team. Plus OBJ's first day in the dog pound. We're there live, Monday, 7 Eastern.
The Alliance is a dream come true, an opportunity to prove to the powers that be that you can play football.
Coming up for the catch, pushing his weight. Does he have the feet down? He does. It's a touchdown.
Oh my my goodness. This one had a little bit of everything.
It's a great day. We got football, baby.
I got you on this one.
It's a pleasure, man.
I like that.
He makes big plays.
What this guy brings is hope.
What does he need to do to win it?
That's priceless. You can't get that from a lot of people. Ready? I'm ready to go.
He was the can't-miss football player.
I'm coming hard. The guy has been able to do it all.
Can we talk football?
The NFL draft is officially open.
Which team gets it right tonight?
Bang! What a catch!
It is all on the line.
The Patriots have won their 6th Super Bowl title.
Well, here in San Antonio, a 4th and 1 for the Commanders as the Hotshots on top 15-6. Let's get back to our Alliance studio, bring in some Hall of Fame analysis with our Rod Woodson. What do you make of this one here, Rod?
Well, first, I like the way the Commanders' defense is playing in the second half comparable to the first half. And I like, Coach, to me, how this offense looks with Marquise Williams being at the quarterback position outside of Woodside, just for the fact that they can run those zone reads. I would just like to see him take the ball a couple more times than he has in the first half and in the early second half. And then, secondly, I like to see them keep rolling the pocket for him, letting him have a run-pass option when he gets outside of the pocket.
Yeah, I agree, Rod. The fact that they're running the RPO, the read offense, but he's got to be more decisive in that because they are blocking the edge for him to pull that football. And then secondly, some urgency when he does get to the edge and throwing the football.
And decision time here for Mike Riley. Deep in his own territory with a 4th and a half yard. They were ready to go for it before the end of the third quarter. It looks like they'll do the same here. Unless they're just trying to draw the Hotshots offside. And no, they'll go for it. They'll get it. Marquise Williams used that big frame of his to pick up the needed yard and then some. Marquise with the carry goes 6'1", 220 pounds.
Well, again, they do that wedge blocking I talked about earlier where everybody's just going to step inside, and then the quarterback's going to take it right to the soft spot. Nice job by Marquise Williams. You see Farrell there goes pushing the pile.
Farrell stays in, gets the carry, and he'll pick up 6.5. So no sense of urgency that they got to go to the passing game, Coach. They're sticking with what's working as Bo Harness makes the tackle there.
The other thing I noticed, though, they are running the football, and we're missing number 59 in the middle of that defense, Steven Johnson.
That certainly changes things dramatically for the Hotshots, leader of their defense, one of their best players. Again to Farrell, looking to stretch it. Lowers his shoulder, dives forward at the sticks, and he's going to pick up the first down before Sterling Moore makes the tackle. Great effort there by Farrell.
Really is a great effort there. Nice job of keeping his feet alive, his great vision, and falling forward for the first down. Nice job there. You see the extension there. Great job locking out extension. And again, running right through the tackle there.
Arizona defense, 7th in the league against the run, allowing nearly 120 yards per game. And already 158 for the Commanders here tonight. Now he'll pull it out. Williams climbs the pocket, throws out into the flat for David Cobb. And he's near midfield at the 47. Scooby Wright makes the tackle. It's a gain of 6. And Cobb grabbing the back of that right leg.
Looks like he might have a hamstring there.
For an injured player.
Cobb 9 carries for 61 yards. And that his first reception of the evening for 6.
And that play was designed to go down the field. And again, Marquise Williams making a nice job, good read, deciding I don't have that. Come out and get the ball in the flat, make a positive play, a 6-yard gain.
As they tend to Cobb and that right leg, we'll step aside, take a break with them. San Antonio on the move, trailing 15-6.
This room definitely needs a rug. Something to take it from okay to OMG. I found the perfect rug at the perfect price here at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best prices.
You trained, you practiced, you sacrificed for the team, you gave maximum effort and left it all on the field. Now life has a different use for your skills. A greater call to play on a field where victory is measured not in the win column, but in the lives of the friends, family, and country you'll serve. With world-class training, we'll coach you to be excellent in all you do. Don't defer your dreams. Live close to home. Serve around the world. And play for America's home team, the Air National Guard.
My search for the right bar stool is on. One where I'll be sitting pretty. This one, the perfect bar stool at the perfect price. Here at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best prices.
So David Cobb walks off the field gingerly, averaging nearly 7 yards per carry here tonight, 9 for 61. Big hit there. Farrow in, though. Farrow 8 carries for 24 yards with a long of 6. See the play selection. It has been heavy dose of the run, and there's Farrow hitting that hole for 2 before he's stopped by Scooby Wright, former Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Trenton Thompson in there again, too. So, again, nice job up front by Trenton with good pad level, knocking back the stack. Scooby able to fill the hole and knock it back.
Scooby, winner of the Nagurski, the Lombardi, the Narek Award. That's Arizona State, 2013-15.
Arizona.
I'm sorry, Arizona. Bear down. I get in a lot of trouble there.
Yeah.
Duel in the desert. Come get me with one of those sabers. He's rolling right. And with that nice toss to Rodriguez. Into hotshot territory all the way down to the 36.
This is what we talked to Rod Woodson about, during the break. The fact that when he gets to the edge, come out of here with some urgency. And you see him come out here this time, and he affects the corner. He pressures the defense. They come up, he's able to dump the ball off.
And Rodriguez becoming more and more a part of this offense. Last week, 3 receptions for 71 yards. And that over half of his season total. Now that pistol formation. Handoff goes to Farrow on the reverse. Ward back to Williams. Eludes pressure. Takes a shot to the end zone. Has a man open but cannot hit him. Oh, he had Josh Stewart wide open. And there is a flag on the field.
Well, you hate to waste those opportunities like that, Matt.
Trey Blake, our official.
Holding. Defense, number 25. The 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That's Sterling Moore on the hold.
Yeah, he grabs it. You can see it on the play, on the replay there. He grabs the receiver as the receiver runs by, number 25.
Maybe why that shoulder pad was exposed on the jersey.
Yeah, you can see here Sterling Moore right here, okay? And again, the little stutter move, and he grabs and tackles him.
New set of downs. Handoff goes to Farrell. He'll get 1 on forward progress. 2nd and 9. Teo Hemmel with the tackle.
All right, this is big here. The red zone defense now, really important that this Hotshots rise up here and prevent any kind of touchdown here. They're already in field goal range, but let's prevent the touchdown.
Hotshots playing a great defensive contest here tonight, holding the Commanders to just 2 field goals. This is a team that averages nearly 21 points per game. Williams now sets it up for Farrow, trying to follow his blockers. He'll pick up 2. And here comes a flag for unnecessary roughness. They're going to point out, though, that defender got pushed in the back.
Well, again, it was the 3rd option off that play, off the flare screen we saw last week. We saw the quarterback run. This time they run the screen to the halfback.
See Steven Johnson speaking to the officials to look at the board so they can see the replay.
Well, they got the whole group there now trying to sort this out.
Here's a look at it.
Well, I see 59's back in the game there. Like that.
Yeah.
See, he gets shoved by the offensive guy.
You could probably might want to call that on Teahema. 4 steps out of bounds when he does a two-handed shove into the back of Steven Johnson there.
There's no foul for unnecessary roughness.
I like that.
Offensive player was pushing the defender out of bounds and made contact. Therefore,
so does Eric Dargan.
I like that, man. I like that. All right, 3rd down now.
3rd and 7.
Nick Aliotti there, Mike Gilhammer, secondary coach.
Just 3 of 12 on 3rd down. The Commanders tonight. Field goal makes it a 1-possession game, so you don't want to take a big loss here. Roll out, pass. Ron called for it. Rodriguez near the 1st down marker, but he'll be about a foot short. Niles Morgan with the tackle there after a gain of 6.
I think they're listening in.
It's pretty hard to hear us in this building, awfully loud.
But again, the thing it does is the repetition of time on task, what Marquise Williams, what they've worked on with him. Because that's what he feels comfortable doing.
Looks like Mike Riley going to elect to go for it here on 4th down.
Gives him just another run-pass option.
San Antonio, their first of the half. There'll be a 30-second timeout.
They've gone for it twice on 4th down now. Made it both times, 2 of 2 on the season. San Antonio 3rd in the league, 3 of 6, but now 5 of 8 after tonight. That very well could put him in the 1 hole. Offense has looked much better with Marquise Williams, coach, but hasn't produced points.
No, they've gotten stalled down, like we said, in this red zone area. But again, this is a big down here for both football teams.
What are you doing here? Because you need 2 scores.
Yeah, so they're down 2 scores, so whether you get a field goal now or a field goal later,
they're going to need it.
But I think with 9 minutes left, I think they're going to go for this on 4th and 1. Yeah, almost 10 minutes left. I anticipate they go for this.
And when you're less than a yard away.
And your quarterback is such a threat, Matt.
Marquise Williams imploring this crowd to keep quiet.
They're playing 11-on-11 football.
Don't want a false start here. They do not have that big body of David Cobb. Marquise will keep it. He'll get it. Then some. Needed a half yard. Picked up 3. You mentioned you got that weapon at your disposal.
Use it. It does you no good when he's standing on the sideline beside you.
Williams, 6th carry tonight for 27 yards.
Use it. It does you no good.
He has attempted just 11 passes for 56. Williams, 6th carry tonight. This is where the Commanders have stalled. You see 7. And then the Alliance 11 flags that came 56. Farrell. Forward progress will give him about 2. And Dylan Wynn there at the defensive line to make the tackle.
Well, a lot of acting again. The running back falls down late. The whistles are blowing and knocking him back. He falls down. Let's play football.
And that's not a flag. Thought it was. Piece of a uniform looks like it that came flying into that play.
That came out early. I thought it was a flag also, Matt. That's a flop.
Well, you get the shoulder pad exposed and you can help sell it.
Timeout.
We are in San Antonio. Manu Ginobili pretty good at that.
It'll be a 30-second timeout.
So now they got to take their 2nd timeout in a tight game. 8:33 left, 2nd and 9. San Antonio on the move. Can they get more than a field goal, though? We'll see when we return. Saw the numbers there right before we took that quick break. 7th in the Alliance in the red zone. Commanders able to move the ball, just struggle to punch it into the end zone. They're 3rd on the ground, with nearly 119 yards per game. And they've got 165 here tonight.
Yeah, you talked about big receivers, efficiency on 3rd down, just hasn't transferred in the red zone.
Hand off to Trey Williams, his first carry in a while, and it'll go nowhere. And a great play at the line of scrimmage there by Balducci out of Oregon.
Yeah, this defensive front has done a nice job interior-wise. The edges have come based on the option responsibilities. Dylan Wynn there, great job.
So now 3 of 13 on 3rd down. And this a long one, 3rd and 9. Williams to pass. Under duress, he's going to go down. Ball comes out. Covered up by the Hotshots. Deshaun Downey with the recovery.
But man, I was about to yell from up here to put the ball away.
I wouldn't have heard you. The crowd's a little too loud in the Alamo Dome. The one thing you couldn't have happen. Marquise Williams turns it over in the red zone.
Yeah, and again, he can feel the pressure. He knows he's under duress. Put this ball away right here. You got to tuck it away, secure it to your body. Again, don't make a bad play worse.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. It'll be 1st down.
Sack, strip sack from Guacham, recovered by Downey. He forced a fumble in week 5 that helped the Hotshots get back into that contest after trailing 26-0. And here he gets the fumble recovery. So Arizona, I'm certain, would love to go on a nice clock-killing drive right here. You see Deshaun Downey, the Minuteman, out of the University of Massachusetts. Out at UMass, compiled 34 tackles for loss to go with his 187 tackles and 11 sacks.
Down! Lady Hunt!
Handoff goes to Presley. Looking to get the corner. He's got it. Gets 8 yards on 1st down. Remember, the clock does not stop until you're inside of 2 minutes in the Alliance. As a Chukwu there with a tackle.
And that's really big because it enables the runner to stay a runner and have an opportunity. He doesn't have to give himself up, worried about getting pushed out of bounds.
You see Curtis Drummond there, defensive back out of Michigan State for the Commanders, holding that hand.
Good individual effort there by Presley, bouncing outside.
Lady Hunt!
Now Wolford going to keep it. Dive forward for maybe a yard. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2. Second time he's tried that.
Well, this is true RPO offense because he has the opportunity to hand the ball off or throw the ball outside to Rashad Ross. You'll see Rashad Ross is going to run a little bubble screen, so there are actually 3 options on this particular play.
What are we looking at here on a 3rd and 2?
3rd and 2, we're going to get some kind of naked or slide opportunity, or I say bootleg, kind of movement quarterback.
We can't!
So, again, late substitution by the Hotshots cost them there.
Exactly. You saw it. So they have the opportunity to match up. I know.
Wolford not happy that play clock went all the way down to 0.
Play clock expiring. Timeout, Arizona.
So Arizona has to use one of their timeouts there.
30-second timeout.
And here Wolford.
You gotta let them sub too. Right. My point is, even though they got their sub in late, we got it in with 20 seconds.
There's a time sequence in there. So once your sub comes in, he's got 30 seconds.
All right, they sort it all out. We'll step aside for a quick 30 seconds. Right back with this big 3rd and 2, though. Arizona on top of San Antonio, 15-6.
Here's the thing. 52% of guys experience erectile dysfunction, but 0% like talking about it. That's why we built Roman. For the first time ever, you can get ED meds prescribed online, shipped discreetly to your door. Chat online with U.S. licensed physicians. and get FDA-approved medication, all in single-dose packaging. No more waiting rooms, awkward talks, or lines at the pharmacy. Get started with your free online visit at GetRoman.com/TV.
It's your game summary. John Wolford coming off a 3-interception game when these two teams met in Week 5. Playing a very efficient 15-21, I should say, for 180 yards and a touchdown. Marquise Williams came in at relief of Logan Woodside. And the Commanders running the ball effectively, just cannot score.
So like here's the back to the flat.
Big third down, nice toss, caught! What a grab by Richard Mullaney. Left sideline. Extends the drive. Bosby in coverage. His 4th catch of the evening. This one goes for 27.
So really, again, John Wolford doing a great job of reading the defense. The play is designed to work over here, but he takes the one-on-one throw back to the other side, and he delivers. And that's what Coach Neuheisel loves about this young man, the fact that he just goes out there and plays football and gets it done.
New set of downs again, as they are not just playing the Commanders, but the clock as well. Under 6 minutes now. Snap, handoff, Presley, and he is able to pick up 8 on first down. They'll probably mark him down 7, so it'll be a 2nd and 3.
I know.
Again, they want to be efficient here, use the play clock all the way down, but let's keep making first down.
And after a slow start, Presley nearing that 4 yards per carry, 6 carries for 23 yards.
And conversely, on the other side of the ball, we've got to do a great job of gap control defense now. Square at the line of scrimmage and win the line of scrimmage.
Pennsylvania, Mullaney Hunt.
Keeps it, Wolford out, wide open on the right side. Has Mullaney again. He's been his go-to receiver tonight. Duke Thomas with the tackle. It's a gain of 10 and another first down as the clock continues to run. And look, the Commanders only have a single timeout left.
And it's true run-pass option football. The opportunity to hand it off, keep him himself, or throw it outside based on one-on-one coverage.
Now 5 receptions for 61 yards. Of course, early in the game, if you missed it, Rashad Ross with the big 58-yard touchdown grab.
Mullaney, Hunt! Pittsburgh! Rhinos to go!
This time, hand off to Cook. Has a lane in the end zone. Touchdown, Hotshots. Tim Cook, 20 yards to pay dirt.
Looked like week 2 against Memphis.
Hey, right hash.
And with that score, boy, do things get interesting in the West for this playoff push.
Arizona wants home field advantage.
Darn right. They can still get it.
They want home field advantage.
I got it. Down! Mullaney Hunt!
Wolford. And converts with a pass to his tight end, Connor Hamlet. That drive, over 3.5 minutes off the clock, 6 plays, 69 yards. And Cook gets in for the score to extend the hot shot lead.
Free. Free.
That's right. TurboTax Free is free. Free.
Nothing comes easily. That's what happens in golf and in life. I'm very fortunate that I can lean on people, and that for me is what teamwork's all about. You can't do everything yourself. You need someone to guide you and help you make those tough decisions. That's Morgan Stanley. They're industry leaders, but the most important thing is they want to do it the right way. I'm really excited to be part of the Morgan Stanley team. I'm Justin Rose. We are Morgan Stanley.
Orlando and Birmingham already locked into the postseason for the East, but Arizona likely to hold on to this one. Will even them up with the Commanders at 5-3, and you'll see each of them will have that 3-2 division record.
And it's just, it keeps the next 2 weeks so interesting.
Williams, double clutches, throws incomplete, intended for Diarce. Shaq Richardson there in coverage. See the remaining schedule. Hotshots at home to Birmingham, then they'll go to play the Fleet in San Diego. Commanders will host Memphis, and actually I believe they will go to Salt Lake. They just defeated Salt Lake at home, I think, this past week.
Yes, they did.
Williams, middle of the field. Nice one-handed grab by Ward. Picks up 4. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Steven Johnson there with a tackle.
And again, this is the Hotshots defense. Keep the football in front of you and just keep tackling. Let this clock keep running.
Williams now. Middle of the field. Threw a fastball to Ward there. Dropped incomplete. Dargan in coverage. So on a 4th and 6, you would assume they go for it with just one timeout.
Really good break and drive on the ball by safety Eric Dargan there. Eric spent some time with us in Cincinnati as well as a young player, and just trying to fight his way back, get an opportunity to prove I can do this.
He's with you back in 2015. Spent 17 in the CFL in Saskatchewan. Go Rough Riders.
Nice throw.
Nice throw to Ward to extend the drive. Morgan there with the tackle.
So again, playing on time, the clock's still running, so it's still in the Hotshots' favor. San Antonio's going to have to take a shot. Marquise is going to have to take a shot down the field here at some point here.
Might be able to hear you now, and he's got to be aware of the pressure there. Instead, he's going to get out of bounds. Remember, that's not going to stop the clock.
No, he's got to keep going. Get back and go. Let's go.
Inside of 2 minutes is the only time you can stop the clock by going out of bounds.
And again, not only are they trying to push back in this game, but also that they're building. They know, Coach Riley knows he's got 2 football games left to play in this regular season, so he's building towards that as well.
Gonna have to figure out if this was just a hiccup for Woodside or if Williams is his man moving forward.
No question about that, Matt.
Williams throws. Complete to Diarce. Again, that clock continues to run.
With no call by the officials there. We'll try to get
on that 2-minute warning.
Try to get another one off inside of 2 minutes. First down and 10.
Williams under pressure. Manages to get rid of it. Nice play there, even though for a minimal gain to Williams.
We'll go to the 2-minute warning. But again, the thing that's key, since the last 6 quarters, this Arizona Hotshot team has outscored the San Antonio Commanders 48-9.
Timeout for the 2-minute warning.
Remember, they were down 26-0 in that Week 5 matchup. They rallied to come back, ended up losing 29-25. Let's get a look at our TurboTax game-breaking highlight. Set the tone early. Big play. Wolford to Ross. Familiar sight here in the Alliance this season. 58 yards. Ross's Alliance leading 7 touchdown reception of the season. And Wolford's 14th touchdown pass.
We've got to ask Rod what that dance was.
I'll tell you what he did. He broke free. Just like TurboTax on that reception. That's for sure.
Rashad Ross is leading the Alliance in creative dances. No question about that.
Wolford leads the league in touchdowns with 14. Ross with touchdown receptions with 7.
And another clean game tonight without an interception.
Drastically different from the one at Sun Devil Stadium. And they do it in the most imposing of environments in the Alliance. They have managed to silence this Alamo Dome, a crowd of 30,000 here. You mentioned the 4-week road trip they were on. because the schedule got put together in the fashion that it was. Right. They had already had the girls basketball, high school basketball championships, boys basketball championships, and the home and garden show.
So they came out of that strong, and they knew that.
1-3 of the 4. Now Williams going to go down. Big sack there by Rakeem Yates. A loss of 9. That is the third sack of the game for the Hotshots, who came in 7th in the Alliance with just 12.
Really, just a good individual effort by Rakeem.
Williams now throws outside, and this can stop the clock for Ward. Sterling Moore there with the tackle.
It's 3rd and 16 here. Actually, I guess it's 4th down now. Excuse me.
Yep. It'll be 4th and 5 after that sack on 2nd down. Matt Riley going to have to deal with something he hadn't seen since February. They won all 4 of their games in March.
This likely could be a shot here. They may just go to put, the Hotshots are thinking they're going for the first down, look for some kind of possible double route and opportunity to get the big play. Nope, they go get the first down.
Get the first down. Ward again. Extend the drive. Clock stops.
So again, he's building on Marquise here.
And again, they were able to move the ball effectively when Marquise got in here early. But it was a turnover in the red zone, the inability to punch it in, followed by penalties in the red zone.
Yeah,
that led to field goals.
Big sack fumbles you mentioned in the red zone. That's key play. Going in, opportunity for field goal, touchdown, the sack fumbles.
To make it a one-score game. Marquise again throws underneath to Ayers. Gets the first down, gains 13. Moore with the tackle. 77 seconds left. As you mentioned, trying to build something maybe, heading toward Memphis at home next week. Memphis playing inspired football against the Apollos. Not happy with the way that one ended up.
Right. Again, and he's looking comfortable in this pocket, throwing poise. He just didn't protect the football. One play.
Marquise rolls to his left. Going to hold on to it. And picks up about 8. Clock continues to run now. San Antonio looks like will take their last time out here. Stay here. Waiting for an official signal. Not sure why that clock stopped. Officials still having a conversation here. And it is going to end up being a flag. Don't forget, AAF.com has all your in-game box score statistics and leaders, anything and everything for all your AAF needs. And there's that flag.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
I'm not going to say that was Jared Jones-Smith standing on the flag, but it very well might have been. Maybe thought if he just stood on top of it,
nobody would know
about it.
Nobody would notice. That's a big man.
Out of Pittsburgh. Started 33 games between 2013 and 17. Williams now in a 1st and 20. Able to elude. And throws it through the hands of Aaron Green, but another flag in the offensive backfield.
Well, it gives the defense just a chance to tee off. So another hold back there.
Hold. Offense number 72.
And that is Jones-Smith again.
Replay first down.
Yeah, I really think they're trying to build, for Marquise and continue to try to push this football in. A score here gives him confidence as a young quarterback.
1st and 30.
You make the call, man. It's your call.
I'm going to run a little delay here. Last thing I want to do is have him force something and have to see a ball get picked off.
I don't want to see a pick off or, again, risking other guys getting injured.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get ready for next week against the Express. Make the postseason. There was a moment there when this looked like the most complete team in the Alliance. Williams connects with Stewart. He's wrapped up and dropped by Raheem Moore.
Nice job by Raheem. Really come up, make nice open field tackle.
Raheem, starting safety in Denver, second-round pick of the Broncos. Piled up 212 tackles and 9 interceptions in 54 starts. Williams again back to pass on 2nd and 24. Moves the pocket right, stiff arms to keep it alive. And steps out of bounds to stop the clock with 20 seconds left on a 3rd and 24. Now some chippiness. Will Sutton in the middle of it. DR Sparrow as well. Dargan wise to get him out of there, pointing to the clock. There's only 20 seconds left.
Yeah, let's go, Will. It's not worth it.
It's the old football saying, Coach, when you win, when you lose, say nothing. When you win, say less.
No question about it. Just look at the scoreboard. That's all that matters out here. And let's get out of here with a victory. Keep it clean. It's a tough road win. The Hotshots coming into San Antonio in the Alamo Dome, winning this football game. They got something to continue to build upon.
It's a team that's been good on the road, now 2-2 away from Sun Devil Stadium.
Well, the quarterback just plays so poised and unflappable, and that's the key.
And there's a nice tackle inbounds by Shaquille Richardson.
Likely will be it there.
Nice bit of sportsmanship helping Alonzo Moore up, and you're right. That is going to be the last play. And there you see Rick Neuheisel victorious, big smile. Hotshots make this battle for the West interesting with a victory in San Antonio. Old friends, UCLA, Oregon State. And their matchup now even at 3 wins apiece. 2 of the nicest guys you'll come across. Really enjoy our time with them all season long. And now you see it is all evened up in the West with the win. Arizona 5-3, San Antonio 5-3. And by the way, San Diego and Salt Lake not out of it either. Orlando, Birmingham locked in the East, but the West up for grabs. Coming up for San Antonio, they'll host Memphis, followed by a trip to Salt Lake City. For the Hotshots, they'll head home to host Birmingham before making it out to San Diego for a Week 10 showdown. And they very well could see each other in the postseason as well. Our final score, the Hotshots 23, San Antonio 6. For Marvin Lewis and our entire NFL Network crew, I'm Matt Smith. So long from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
Want to bring those ups to football?
Should have drove over anything else?
Sure, try me. What about you?
Can we show how the ATL do?
Bring it that way.
Can I bring my superpowers?
Tell them. Yes.
Can I bring the heat?
Definitely bring that.
Can I bring my crew?
Bring them.
We meet again.
Hey, mate. You ever seen me? They still going crazy.
They're bringing it. How about you? What do you bring?
Do it like it's 4th and inches. Every play is 4th and inches.
Today I'm here to celebrate the Lone Star Rangers and head coach Jeff Raver.
Hey, Dak, you want to toss a few? Oh, there it is. Dak to Joe. That's the money ball right there.
1, 2, 3, Rangers! Hey, let's play football. Good luck this year.
Appreciate it. You too.
Last month in Georgia, Birmingham's defense set the tone, and Trent Richardson put up the points. The Iron pounded Atlanta. Today, Richardson is ready to rumble again. Tarian Folston and the Legends in a must-win game. Historic Legion Field in Birmingham, in the Alliance, and in the East. Atlanta, the Legends sit at 2-5. Birmingham at 4-3. And in the East, the standings, Orlando has clinched the top spot in the East. Birmingham and Atlanta fighting for that final playoff spots. Hi, everybody. Rich Waltz, along with Adam Archuleta. John Striffen will join us shortly. Let me get this straight here. Orlando's in, right? We know that. Birmingham can clinch with the win here, but Atlanta's not dead yet.
No, Birmingham has been hard-nosed and consistent the entire season. Atlanta, 4 weeks ago, looked like they had turned the corner and found their formula. If Atlanta wants to have a chance, they've got to play their best game here today.
And they've got to beat Birmingham, and they've got to control their quarterback. Luis Perez has been up and down all year.
Well, it's been about consistency, and if you see how he started off, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He was benched, but since he's come back after that benching, look at the turnaround. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then on the last 2 weeks, Rich, they have played their best offense of the year.
Speaking of up and down, that's the headline for Atlanta's offense, and it's reflected in their quarterbacks.
When Aaron Murray took over midseason, he was on fire, and so was this offense. But in the last 2 weeks, he has regressed. So today, Matt Sims takes over as the starter once again, and hopefully he has the winning touch to get the offense back on track.
So the questions are this. Can Atlanta stay alive? Can they get back on a roll? And can Birmingham lock down a postseason spot in the Alliance? Let's go down to the sideline now. John Striffen.
All right, Rich, thank you so much. Luis, your offense has been red hot. In fact, over the last 2 weeks, you've scored more points than any other team in the league. What have you done to get this unit to click?
Oh, man, I don't want to take any credit for that, man. That's all the coaching staff and the players around. You know, we put in a mindset, you know what, we were struggling the first couple of weeks on offense, and we decided, you know what, it's time to turn on the gas and keep it rolling. And after everything, we've been rolling. So we're happy to do that now.
All right, you guys look good. Good luck today.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, John. Tim Lewis, longtime NFL assistant, 23 years in the league, a chance to be a head coach, and he's taken the ball and run with it. They are at 4-3. Kevin Coyle at 63, 17 years in the NFL as an assistant, and he and the Legends desperately need a win, and they need to keep on winning for the next 2 weeks after this. Adam Archuleta, the weather here. No rain, which is the good news. They expected some of it. 55 degrees and a little bit of wind. And we'll see if that affects the passing game as Birmingham gets the first possession, their own 25-yard line. Now the Iron in overtime lost at Memphis last week. Trent Richardson has been the feature back.
Alert, 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 alert.
All year.
Alert. Terrible.
Perez has a man, a sliding catch by Quentin Patton. What do you like about Luis Perez?
Well, first, Rich, I like how he responded after getting benched. You know, we know this is a developmental league, and a guy like Perez does not have a lot of experience. He has not had a lot of reps, but since he took that benching, he's come back and he's been more decisive with the football. And as a whole, the offense has thrown the ball downfield more than they did in the first half of the season.
Alert, alert, alert.
Second down, 3.
Terrible.
Again, same play, this time man open, it's Palmer, and Tobias Palmer across midfield. He's into Atlanta territory at the 47. Ed Reynolds Jr. brought him down.
Really, the exact same play they started the game with. A bootleg action out of shotgun, and Perez moving to his left. And that's exactly how they want to start this drive. Get a first down, get something going, get some confidence going. But a good start for Perez.
And you're right about the last few weeks. They've taken more deep shots than they had earlier in the season. And you see his numbers. And that overtime loss. Now Perez in trouble. Caught and dropped. Jeff Luke from his middle linebacker spot, sack.
Right up the gut. And this is where Birmingham and their running backs have to get better. Pass protection. Trent Richardson Hard to pick up a blitzing inside linebacker when the quarterback is under center. You see how Richardson has to adjust his angle to get in front of Perez? Because of the timing, Luke was able to get to Perez and a big sack.
This offensive line has given up more quarterback pressures than any other offensive